The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. Weed soap game, had a game so it's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the main state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Feel it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDERDOG acres, a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'ma fuck her, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Magnes.
Break the work down, it's fence to move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence to move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, I fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tire, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supply. Random Uber man here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
VIP, me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, 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 money.
Call out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find the things in my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, fantasy football hustler? Back at ya. Let's go. Bogey should be here pretty soon. Let's get this Overreaction Monday going down here. Where's the crew at? Let's fire them up.
All right. Fire 'em up.
Let's see this. Shout out the crew. Coach C, come on, man. No more Ferguson. I said it yesterday. Get rid of Ferguson. He's a landmine. What up, stranger? Shout out to the Houday Nation. Corbin, what up? Devo, let's smoke it up on Devo's day off. Let's get it. And Crispy said everyone was a dud. I don't think everyone was, but there's a shitload of duds this week. Dennis, what up? Ward, what up, homie? Derek, salute. And Anthony said the wake and bake fuckers, what up? Let's wake and bake it. All right. Oh, Dennis said congratulations. Tino, is your game already over? Ouch. That's rough, bro. That's rough. Your team's going from 5-0 to 5-1, and you're going to lose your best player, though. Ouch. All right. Alex in the house. What up, homie? All right. And I know Bogey's going to be here soon getting everything ready so we can talk about some of these injuries, so we can talk about some of these studs and duds. But I love Overreaction Monday. Someone let's give me a big overreaction on something for Overreaction Monday. Doesn't really matter what it is. Could involve your team, could involve someone else's team, could involve fantasy or real life. But let's hear it. Dennis said he still has Dak. He has a huge lead. Oh, rough. Dak sucks. This is the 1 week that Dak's going to outperform Kirk Cousins. Damn it, bro. It sucks. And Tomas, he said, man, how do I pronounce this? Prende Lora Fumar. Buenos dias. What up? Dull guitar. I'm 4-2. I have Puka. Someone offered me a first and a second. Thoughts? I don't know. I mean, if you think that he's completely done, now that he had one bad game for the season, maybe it's time to cash in on it. But I don't know. What in Dynasty, these questions are a little bit more team specific. I don't know. Are you that stacked to where you need Puka 0% to win a championship? It's funny. Anthony said Puka looking bad now. They didn't really need to do that much to win the game. That's the one thing that kind of sucks. But yeah, 4 for 26, dropped a couple balls as well. That was another thing. If he wouldn't have dropped that touchdown in the end zone, nobody'd be saying shit about him looking bad right now. Coach C, I'm up by 5. Got Palmer. My opponent has Pollard. Do I have a shot? Yeah, it ain't really good, but you got a shot. If Palmer comes out there and gets,
5, 6, 7 targets. Yeah, I mean, you should be good. This is going to be one of those ones where it's like so easy to throw on the Chargers. Do the Chargers just, does Dallas try to keep running it up through the air? And a lot's going to come down to Dallas's defense also. Can they stop the Chargers? Because if they're able to stop the Chargers, it's going to be a big Tony Pollard game. All right. Here we go. First overreaction. Throw those overreactions in. Come on, guys. Alex said overreaction. If you let Cooper Kupp fall in the draft, you made a huge mistake. And Anthony said, you buy a new bong or you just clean it. I've had this one for like almost a year now. Yeah, just clean it. Jerome Baker, man. Come on, man. Yeah, one day you will see 420 crew line of cleaners and all that. As far as like cleaning products for your bong, because it's all about the bong etiquette. You got to have some good bong etiquette. And Coach C, who's going to be the main RB for the Cardinals now? Well, like I told everybody last week, it ain't going to be DeMarcado. I mean, it's Ingram. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's always been Ingram. He was just hurt. But Damian Williams, it's going to be them two. It's going to be Keontae Ingram, and Damian Williams will be like a shitty 1-2 punch. And like, who the Cardinals even play? I mean, they play Seattle, so I mean, I guess not the worst matchup. But let's see what Joe Mixon did. Did he even have Joe Mixon didn't even do that good yesterday against them. 12 for 38. I don't even know if he had 3 for 24 through the air. Yeah, it's crazy because Seattle is not this is not the pushover in the run department like they used to be. Because I used to be able to just like anybody, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown. Not so much these days. Yeah, I'm even curious what Seattle is like right now. Yeah, see, they're right in the middle of the road. The first 3 games of the season, they gave up some solid numbers to Eckler, to Monty, Monty, I'm pretty sure, in week 2, and then Carolina in week 3. But they shut down the Giants. That is not without Barkley. And then really, really, really shut down the Cincy. Dennis said, I have a mini Super Bowl going on. I'm beating Hustler everywhere I'm playing them. Student beating the teacher is always a good feeling. Yeah, hey, man, hat tip to you. It happens. It happens. Shitty weeks happen. I know, I have what is it called? Yeah, man. Shit happens on a bad week. I'm like half of my teams I'm doing like amazing, and then half of the teams I'm doing like real shitty. It's kind of like no in between. And Diva said that D stepping up, go Hawks. Yeah, for sure. And coming off the bye well. And the real CP said, bruh, I went with the Falcons D over the Jags D, and now I'm going to lose because of it. Fuck. You say you're going to lose because of it. Who else is on your team? Curious, bud. Did like every single person on your team that you started overperformed? And then you just want to like blame the loss on someone else? I know that's why people ask questions. They want the confirmation bias. And, hey, man, it's your team, bro. Got to get into more leagues. But let's actually see, like, what was the because it's Gardner Minshew, man. And bro, like everybody should go with their gut, right? Is your gut right 100% of the time? I don't know. I don't play in leagues with team defense. I kind of think it's like a waste. Yeah. You said you started all the right people. I said go down a list of all the players that you have in your starting lineup is what I said. Because if you had everybody on your team balled out, yeah, sure, dude, blame the hell out of us, But if you had like half of your team shit the bed and you're blaming the one decision that you didn't make yourself on us, hey, man, come on. It's fantasy football, bro. It's a week 6. We're in week 6. If this one loss loses your entire season, probably wasn't meant to be anyways, bro. Sorry. But yeah, I want to hear your entire starting lineup. Because if you had a team of hitters and your defense is what lost it for you, I mean, I keep saying this week and week again. Everybody needs to stop playing in leagues with team defense. You know why? Because it's fluky as hell. So, like, even you asking for, like, advice on a team defense, anything can happen on any day. Go figure. See? Well, how come Rashad White didn't lose it for you, bro? Rashad White was ass. And, yeah, man. I mean, why didn't Rashad White lose it for you, bro? Why was it the defense? What did Rashad White get? 6 points. Boo. Mahomes didn't have that good of a game. Kyren had a good game. Did Metcalf even have a good game? Yeah, bro. So why don't you just rephrase this when you come in here and like, oh, yeah, man, I had like 3 or 4 of my players shit the bed. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, you had a bunch of people who were ass. It's all right. Shit happens, bro. If you need to blame us to feel better about your loss, like, go ahead. Use us as the scapegoats. But one thing that I'm going to say, if you're not a member of the 420 crew and you're not asking questions outside of, like, you know, random times on YouTube, you're just doing it to yourself, bro. Go join the crew. Stop being on the outside looking in, you know, coming in here randomly, getting like a quick little 2-second answer. Instead of joining up, man, join the crew so you can actually be getting help round the clock. Because that's what it's all about. If you just come in here randomly getting, you know, you ask your one question and then you're like not here for the rest of the week when we're doing all this, you're doing it to yourself, bro. Doing it to yourself. And he said fall into 2 and 4 hurts. Boo-hoo, man. Come on. Like, go look at your points for. Go look at your points against. It's not over. And do you only play in one league? That's another serious question. Do you only play in one league where, like, your entire happiness of fantasy football and football in general is all solely based on one team? If so, you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong. And what Jalen Rose say here? I started Jimmy G, Devontae Montgomery. I'm up by 21. Pollard left tonight. I'm up against. I mean, depends on the scoring, but either way, either way. I mean, 21-point lead with Tony Pollard. You just really want to hope that the Cowboys aren't smacking the Chargers somehow, and then they just keep running it like crazy. Even then, he said, nah, I play in 2. Rookie numbers, man. Got to bump those up, homie. Got to bump those up so you don't put so much stock into, like, one team or 2 teams that you're like, if you lose, it's just like the end of the world. Like, got to play in more leagues, bro. Rookie numbers. Let's bump those up. Let's bump those up. And Crispy said, you take the advice and you live with your own decisions. Don't blame the game, child. Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, that's why I think people ask people for info, you know, some want confirmation bias. He wanted the confirmation bias. He didn't get it. And then the team that he really liked, even though they've been kind of shitty, you know, they had a good matchup and they balled out. It was a revenge narrative. Got to play the revenge narrative sometimes. All right. We got Bogey in the house.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Can you dig that, sucker?
Hey, Bogey, real quick, just the real CP3, because he said
he doesn't jack off. He
No, don't get into that. I'm just asking you.
Oh, he has rookie numbers.
He said it's friendly venting. He said he's got a wife and 2 kids. How many kids you got, Bogey?
4.
Yeah, and you have a significant other, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunate too. Yeah.
That's all it is. I mean, you know, I
know you should jack off like at least 8-9 times a day. Then
I know. Don't do that because we get that's one thing that's been that YouTube's been flagging us for.
They get mad for talking about it.
Yeah, it's when we say a lot in a short amount of time. That's what it is.
Oh, we just started.
Yeah, If you say it one time and that's it, but if you say it multiple times, it like hits the algorithm. Same with the cursing. So I mean, we could say fuck, but we shouldn't say it like we're on South Park.
We can't say it for another 17 minutes now, bro. You just
see, we got to have some kind of limits like that. We can't say it 10 times in 5 minutes or something like that. But real CP3. In all realness, you got to get into more than 2 leagues, bro. Because I mean, one league, I would say one league maybe takes about 1 hour of management a week. Like,
I think
if you're boiling it down.
I think the type of person who says, like, okay, type of person who says, "Oh, you playing too many leagues, that's not even fun," or is that they knock it because they can't handle it, but they probably can't handle simple shit in their life either. You know what I mean? Like, it says a lot if you like, oh, I'm too busy. Doing what? Whacking off? You know what I mean? You don't even have enough kids, man. You know what I mean?
What Ghost Monkey?
What's up, Ghost? Listen, man, I might like self-serve, make a couple $1,000s, feed the kids, get them out to school, then get on the show. I'll be on the morning.
Yeah.
I have no time to check my leagues, though.
But
even when I take a dump, I'm so busy taking a dump that I gotta wipe my ass, right? I'm like, usually I can just look at the phone.
He said that, it's not DK Metcalf's fault or it's not Rachaad White's fault, but he was saying that he should have trusted his gut and played Indianapolis over, the Jaguars over the Falcons.
Oh, but he asked us.
Yeah.
And now he's crying about it. Oh, I don't give a fuck.
I've already given it to him. Don't worry. I've already given it to him before you got
on. I'll be right back. I got to get this call real quick.
And Jake said, bro, Calvin really, George Kittle screwed me. Dude, George Kittle, man. Like, what the hell? Like, CMC gets hurt. Debo gets hurt. And, man, come on. And real CP3, just join our community, bro. Like, man, how many leagues that? So we started 74 best ball divisions, and that's one where there's like no management. And man, I'm trying to think how many other leagues I started besides that. Multiple dozen. And like those best ball leagues, they were only like $10 entries. So not like you even had to pay a lot to get into those. And a lot of the leagues that I host are $55 just to keep it, low pay, so a bunch of people can get in. What the hell? And Marty said, Huss, I don't know if you saw, but Deontay Johnson went through in waivers in a guillotine league after he took off Zoo's roster. Nope, didn't see that, but thanks. I guess it was my fault for like allowing him to be there early, but so now Magoobs is losing out on that $46. Don't know why he would do that when it's always the same, like every week. Now you're just gonna lose some fab that you might need. Yeah, Magoobs. I don't know, man. Can't be making it. The only reason I dropped everybody off of that league already is just because we actually had a loser determined by Sunday night.
Yeah, get ahead of it.
Well, yeah, but now he just lost the fab because you can't pick up anybody until Wednesday. That's always been the case in these guillotines.
Oh, so he jumped the gun because he saw players getting dropped.
Yeah.
So what did you waste the fab on tonight's game?
Well, that's what he used. It's because I dropped it on Sunday night instead of Monday.
And then he had some players from tonight's game.
Well, no, he picked up Deontay Johnson. That was it. But he wouldn't have, like, normally I drop everybody on Monday after the games happen. But Zoo Crew was already the clear cut bottom scorer. Like he had nobody left. Everybody already had above him. So I dropped him. Or I dropped all the players off of his team and didn't really put 2 and 2 together that like someone may go like spend fab on like some of his players right now. But there's only one person who like did a move. Everybody else like knew that, it's Wednesday. just like every week.
Is there something I can look up? Give me a list of things I can and can't say, so that I can figure out ways to say them like without being in trouble.
Well, we just, like we're already shadow banned on YouTube. So I'm not saying we can't say fuck. I don't know.
You just said it again, man.
That's what I just said. I'm not saying we can't say
fuck,
that.
Man.
I'm just saying we can't say it 50 times in like a 1 minute span or something.
We might have said it like 8 times.
I think the sexual stuff, we probably gotta, that's just one thing I know flags it.
Okay.
But that's why sexual innuendos, like that's why they're heavily on the show.
I totally thought you were talking about masturbating because you're like, man, those are rookie numbers. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I know that for me. But the first thing I jumped in was like, man, you ain't even jacking off enough.
Yeah, see, we're not saying he said yeah, that's why we say bonus hole. CP3. Oh man, you better be careful over there, CP3, because I know Twitch. They get a little iffy when you put certain words in the chat.
And here's the thing. If I go back 10 times out of 10, I probably would play Atlanta again, bro.
No way. Hold on. Your week isn't. No, hold on. The real CP3's week isn't over. And you're crying? He said, I just need Keenan. Oh, he said I need Keenan and Dak to be out. So I thought he had one person.
That's the worst thing to hope for. I have a bunch of Keenan and Dak. I hope they destroy you.
Yeah.
Don't wish bad for my players just because your team sucks.
And thanks, Marty. Thanks. It probably wasn't a mistake. Like I just made the drops on Sunday night. Usually it's Monday or Tuesday that those drops happen, and then waivers.
What happened? The guy lost. We usually wait it down on Monday because there's still someone alive, and you know what I mean. It is what it is.
And you know what? Props to Magoobs for taking a shot. He only lost 40 something dollars in fab. That's not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, yeah, I guess like it's just because it's never happened before, so you can't really fault him. You know what I mean?
Oh man, now CP3 is really butthurt over there now.
Oh,
sorry that you got all butthurt, bro. But hopefully you come back.
Yeah, and it's what are you 1-4?
No, he said he's gonna be 2-4, but his week's not even over yet. He said he could still win. Man, like if you need to reverse jinx, you could do it a better way.
Yeah, instead of just being like a hopeless bitch. Like no one feels sorry for that guy. Because then at the end of the day, that's where I remind people, bro, it's just fantasy, bro. Get over it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I'll look at my 4 children and remind myself how good life really is. Now, like, oh my God, I'm 2-4. Taking out on these fantasy guys that I asked for advice, and I physically made the change to put the guy in my lineup. Yeah, I mean, you know what, though? I would charge people extra money. Like, listen, bring your phone over here. I'll put it in there. Then it's my fault. You know what I mean?
It's funny because on Sleeper, it shows that there's a difference of 8 points with those team defenses. So 8 points, the difference between him winning and losing, even though he said
not lose by 7 points tonight. You lose by 7 points, all bad.
Yeah. Watch you lose by like 30 anyway.
You can tell he's a rookie too, because it's like you can't like internalize these things and be like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Because I think if you lose no matter what you did, what if you would have lost, you should feel better about that.
And he said, nah, my defense scored different. I mean, that's why people should just get out of leagues.
Yeah, stop playing in team defense. That's for sorry people.
Because guess what? How do we know how your team defense scores? Did you come in and say, oh, my defense scores this way and this way?
I bet you not know what my defense scores.
Or did he just say,
hey, don't even ask me how many IDP leagues I'm in. Why should I tell you, bro?
Way more than 2. Keep it a secret.
It's bad.
Super Saiyan said, should I try to trade Higgins and maybe package him with one of my running backs? I got Henry Brees. Well, I'm just not a fan of trading guys after a down week. I mean, it's just like, why would anyone pay you what you think that they're worth? Wait for him to have a good week and then like trade him away. Or just give them away to someone. Like it's usually what happens is like when you make a trade after a down week, you have to give 2 players away to get like one player that you kind of like. I don't like doing that.
You think we should have like got Stevenson for the low before this game?
I mean, see, that's what's crazy is like, yeah, but then it's like you see him,
Like, nah.
and it's like, I don't know.
And now on the flip side, why you should use Stevenson as an example. Like, okay, if I had Stevenson, it's not like I can move him while he's shitty, right?
Yeah, this is the time to like, if you sell him now for a decent price. They got Buffalo next week, like I mean, so if it's literally you're playing this week to week game, that's good than someone I might move.
Because who's the player he's trying to flip again? Or
well, he said Higgins, and then he's got Henry, Brees, JT.
You wait for Higgins or Henry, any of them, wait for them to have a big game. You know what I mean? And honestly, too, if they have a big game and they look good, you probably hold on to them. You know what I mean? Because nobody's gonna give you what you know what I'm saying? Like, well,
and seeing like even Brees, like, man, should we even try to trade Brees? We're talking about him doing his thing versus the number one, like lowest scoring running back, like defense or, like whatever the fuck. You guys know what I mean. They give up the least points They give up the least points to running backs. He threw up dub on them.
See, I just want everybody to know, as much as y'all thought Friday the 13th was spooky and crazy stuff happens, they don't tell you about Sunday the 15th, do they? All the crazy shit happened yesterday. Sunday the 15th.
But yeah, you look at it though, and really it's like it's the touchdowns and the receptions that saved his day. And that's really even what I said to anyone who's starting him. You better hope and pray that he gets 5 receptions, like somehow, because he was only 12 for 39 on the ground. Like that's the thing. Like Eagles, they're still shutting everybody down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Peacock, overreaction. Y'all can't say fuck anymore.
Damn it. Fuck.
And see, look at that. Alex said you can't curse 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the YouTube streams or you get demonetized.
Okay, remember we used to have a countdown, and the song, it was one of my songs. It'll come on and say, quarterback shit when I'm under the center. Game plan sick, talking under the weather. Right? And then you go, I don't know what's going on, but we get flagged. And then we found out, you can't say a outright blatant curse word, let alone the first 10 seconds into the the countdown. Quarterback shit when I'm under the center. Okay.
Oh man. And I mean, and that's just what it is, and yeah, I don't know. It's almost like Eddie Murphy, maybe the YouTube just think it's going to be a curse show. They hear a couple curse words in the first minute or two of the
I'm sorry. Shout out to Bob Saget. I work dirty. I'm a dirty analyst.
And Anthony said drop Pitts, and now he decides to put up points. Man, see, like, yeah, you shouldn't drop guys.
You dropped him after he finally had a big game last week, and big game compared to like his other games this year, right? And
yeah, so it had to be you dropped him 2 weeks ago, right? Because like, why would you drop? Well, I'm just guessing because like, why would you drop him after week 5 when he finally had like a double digit? Like, it's like the game we're like waiting for. And then he gets a touchdown. Doesn't have the best game. Like, I mean, it's a tight end game. 4 for 43. Yeah. Had the tug. Tight end 1 on the week.
How'd your week go?
Me?
So far, yeah.
I'm winning in the Green Bowl somehow. Shout out to Adam Thielen, and yeah, because Logan Thomas tried to lose it for me, that's for sure. But yeah, he had Debo and he had David Montgomery, so and it be like that sometimes. And I caught.
Did he play Higgins?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh my God. This is why you definitely need to get out of that league. The real CP said Falcons got 17 points, Jags got 49. Sorry, bro. It sounds like a fucking goofball league to me.
I don't know. I thought you said it was a difference of 8 points, or that was when we looked at our
Well, no. That's if it's just like random standard scoring on.
You should have started Washington. They probably put up like 110 in there.
If your league is that crazy about team defense, you actually should have drafted one that was good instead of like streaming every week, because I bet that 49 points probably scored more than every skill player in your league, and that's just like a whack ass league to be a part of.
That league's really fucking whack. And like, I think people that join that league are whack. I don't know them, so I'm just judging them. I'm very judgmental. I'm God. Only God can judge you.
Fucking Dennis. He said, just take your loss like a man, bro. Put the tampon in and move on. And Devo, he said, oh shit, I can blame you guys.
Bring it on, Devo. Bring it on. Hey, top of the morning to my man Denny too. I'm very upset with you, Denny. Apparently.
And Frank said, if you held Henry this long, keep him as he balls as it gets cold. You ain't lying, man. Like that's for sure. That is for sure something that why would you trade Henry if you get like midway to the season?
I don't know. The guy's 2-4. He clearly makes bad decisions.
It's lost season now. And Stranger said, I know the 7 deadly words you can't say on television. Are they the same 7 words on YouTube? No, not necessarily, because it's more, YouTube's more like HBO and all that, because I mean, they're not treating it like cable TV where, we can't say asshole or something like that. I mean, we hear guys like Pat McAfee, but you'll never hear them saying like a crazy amount of curse words in a short amount of time. That's really what it is.
I fuck with Schultz, Andrew Schultz.
Okay.
Comedian. Been following his work for like 10 years. And he's up now. He's been up actually. But he has a podcast and they'll put out inserts of it. From this, chopped up from the long playing version. And those ones are always censored. And I always wonder, man, this is whack. They're censoring this shit now. But I'm like, oh, it's the shorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, why do we think that paid in full short that we put up there? Why did it get seen by the 450,000 or 60,000 or whatever it was? Because I bleeped out the curse words. Like they're not gonna push it if it's got a crazy amount of curse words in there.
I ain't eating. That's funny seeing Deli. He's hella young in the face. Because one time he fucked me up. He goes, "You ever look in the mirror, Bogey? Just see that you're getting older." And this was like after we were watching like some of my 10 years ago stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Now that you say it, now that you mention it.
Oh man. Clean shaven Bogey.
I love, man. That's kind of crazy. When you're getting money and shit, what I'm saying? My barber's like with me every day, basically, because he's like he's my road dog, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And so it'll just be like, boom, we just be anywhere, but he bust the clippers like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody need a haircut? And that's kind of how he made his bread, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Just kicking it with a bunch of D-boys and just make stupid loot, you know what I mean? He did his thing too, but he was also not the smoothest, you know what I'm saying? In and out of jail, prison this time. You know what I mean? Like, I told you just called me 2 days ago.
I mean, at least being a barber, when you're in jail or prison.
Yeah, for sure.
As well.
Yeah, and he was in recession. So it was like, like fools being like, waiting until they go home and shit type of shit, like the last 6 months or whatever. So yeah, he was very busy in there. He's like, bro, it's all good when I'm in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Super Saiyan said it's crazy about the defenses. Said fuck that league. Yeah, if a defense throws up 50 on anybody, like you shouldn't even be playing in that league. Like how's the defense like? That's just crazy, man.
If it's understood, I'm okay with it. I feel like he should have see, that's the thing. When Derek asks his questions, such and such player or this and that player. But this one's for my work league. They get bonuses for this and that. Like, you know what I mean? You like as a manager, we don't know what the fuck league you're in. So you should say, hey, the defenses score ridiculous. And then tell, we probably would. I probably would have.
There was someone yesterday.
I would have said anyone but Atlanta. Ha ha.
There was someone yesterday who was like, with team defense, there's no negative points for yards or points against. Like none of that, like nothing.
Oh,
so
really?
It's strictly just turnovers and just like plays that they make. Like there's no negative points like at all. And so he was like, that being said, would you do this or this? I don't remember what I said, but then zero, like it didn't matter how many points the other team is giving up. Like that, like it's not even in my head because it doesn't matter.
You'd be like Buffalo, who like leads the league in sacks, or like the Cowboys.
Well, he gave me 3 teams, but you know what I mean. It's like
if
we know what we're
narrow down.
If we know what the fuck type of league it is, we can answer accurately. But fuck team defense.
Yeah, and for the record, I want to be accurate as possible for people and have them coming back giving us props for giving us the right answer. When you come back crying, bro, I'm gonna remember your name. I'm gonna give you the wrong answer on purpose every time now. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it to your ass too, because you're gonna buy it. CP3.
And Anthony
I'm
said,
just fucking with him. I'm just fucking with him.
He said Eric Kendrick's going to have a good game tonight. I have a 21-point lead. My opponent has Eric Kendricks left. If it's IDP 1-2-3, that could be something he's flirting with.
That dub's in danger if it's 1-2-3. You know what I mean? Because he's probably good for like, I don't know, 8-9 solos, handful of something.
15 to 25 points is where he's going to live. So,
in 1-2-3 scoring format. So
yeah.
If you're in a Yahoo, you're in good shape. Yeah.
And Pate, he said, which Cardinals RB do you like the most of the three? None. I really think that like they're all going to be super blah, but it's Ingram. It's Ingram.
Of remaining
non-Connor, non-Connor.
Because whatever happened to Mercado?
He didn't do nothing. No, he was out there, but he got 2 carries for 11 yards. That was it. It was Damian Williams. He wasn't even on the radar. Like I wasn't even thinking about Damian Williams.
They signed him 2 weeks ago, and I didn't think anything of it because it's like he's a running back that could pass pro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you're gonna get jobs all the time. I mean, this is like the 5th team in 5 years. For him.
Oh shit! Anthony said it is IDP 1-2-3. Wait. He said his IDP 1-2-3. 1 assist, 2 tackle, and 3 sack. No. But it is the 1 assist, 1 assist and 2 solo. That is correct. But for all the like a sack is 6, an interception is 6, forced fumbles 3, pass deflection is 3, or pass defended is 3.
Yeah, QB hits is 1.
If you're playing on Sleeper, it's the default. If you're playing on Yahoo or ESPN and you're playing with their default is not IDP.
Yeah, 1 point for a solo.
And Super Saiyan, y'all should just bleep out the curse words like WWE. Well, see, like that would, we're doing it live. We don't have I'm the producer, and like we're doing it live. So there's no delay or anything because that's how Pat McAfee gets bleeped if they ever need to bleep it on ESPN. It's just because they're delayed by like 10 seconds or whatever.
I need a bleep button.
You could just bleep yourself.
Yeah.
What if we had the Happy Gilmore stick going? Hey, just get the beep. Beep, piece of monkey. Beep. But you hit the beeps for yourself. That should be fun.
Yeah. I need to get a beep. A bleep.
And Peacock said, having a great week. I'm something like 12-5. Nice. Got blown out in my home league. Yeah, that sucks. I think in Dynasty, I've done better in Dynasty than redraft this week, and way better in Dynasty, like percentage-wise, than best ball. That's for sure.
I'm not going to speak on anything yet because I have a lot of leads that could get walked down tonight, and I have a lot of I'm in a deficit, but I could walk their lead down. So we'll see.
Yeah, high scoring should be a high scoring affair tonight with a lot of fantasy points scored. That's what we're thinking going into it.
Yeah, like I'm down. I think I'm gonna finally take my first L in League One.
Oh shit! Fuck! I couldn't do that to you last week. You destroyed me last week. Up like 400.
Yeah, it's like I got like 320 something right now. Dude has like 350 or something. And he has Pollard. I got Eckler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's funny because call me crazy. I don't feel scared. Like there is a path for me to win because the Cowboys could charge it up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what's crazy is like someone was talking about Pollard and they were down or they were up like 20 something. And especially if it's like a half-point PPR or something, like Pollard could easily go for under 20, what if? Because the Chargers secondary, that's where the weaknesses lie.
Yeah. The quickest way for him to get to 20 is 60. To get to 22 to beat him, it'd be, a touchdown, 6 points, 60 on the ground, 5 for 50. Boom, there he is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, that's very feasible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
What up, deal? And what Peacock say? He said, I was just talking about my wife about getting old. Just this AM, he said, I'm at a midlife crisis. I don't feel that way.
I don't either. I like the new stages of life that I'm getting to. Because when I was young, I didn't even think about this type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think about I always, when you're young, you're like, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna have a fucking mansion. I'm just, you know what I mean? And now it's like, my aspirations became different. Just like having a roof over my kid's head that I own, having my kids try to put them in the best situations as possible. You know what I mean? These are the things I think about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
because I'm here still. So,
and yeah, especially like pretty much everything with this whole, fantasy football business, whatever the hell we want to call it. It's crazy because like when anybody asks me like what I do, it's like so hard to like explain if you just like don't know. It was funny even when I went to like sign up at a credit union. I mean, here in Vegas, like credit unions are a little different. It's like you got to like apply to get in there and do like a little makeshift interview or whatever. And the guys, it's like a remote, like one where
like a kiosk.
Well, yeah, I'm like sitting down they threw me in a room and there's a computer and then it's like a guy like interviewing me or whatever. And he was like, okay, so what do you do? What's your income? And I was like, is content creator, is that something? Is that like a box that could be checked? Like, oh yeah. Content creator is a thing. I was like, perfect.
That's
so
cool.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like amongst banks and things like that. Like content creator is a real gig.
I was always self-employed, had my own studio, had a business license, you know what I mean? Had all that shit for the longest. And then like, but when I would tell people, but there was also like for the longest, all those things were just things I was proud to say because the truth was worse. You know what I mean? Yeah. What do you do? In pharmaceutical. Really? Yeah. Yeah. If I told you more, I'd have to kill you. No, but see, here's the thing. Like even nowadays for me, what do you do? I'm a broker. Really? Yeah. So like what? Like, in the cannabis industry. Oh. And then like if they're not with the shit, you can tell when they say, oh. Or they go, oh, then they're like fascinated. But when they go, oh, they're immediately judging you.
But if you were like
a they don't know that world, they don't know like it's the.
But if you were like, a distributor for I don't know, a tobacco, a cigarette company, or an alcohol company.
I work for Philip Morris.
Oh, really? Oh, such a distinguished.
Yes, I have my hand in killing thousands and thousands of countless lives. I'd say, see, now I could say I work on bringing joy to people.
Yeah, that's why when like I tell the story about the podcast.
Smoking on some joy right now.
Like the CMC, his mom's podcast, when she had Adam Schefter on, and they started talking about her other son who's in the cannabis industry and the bong industry. Shout out to Jerome Baker. And CMC's mom, like her first thought in her head wasn't, like cannabis industry. She was like, oh, what? She was like, let's hear about it. I want to hear about this guy. Screw Adam's stories. She was like, this guy sounds interesting.
She's like, she's like, can you give me a small bubbler custom for the mother on the go?
And Smokey the Bear LaFleur, what up? He said drafted
cool
Chubb, AR5, Watson, JJ was forced to pick up Baker Mayfield yesterday. He was the last remaining starter on the waivers.
And of course,
2.4 points. Damn it, man. That sucks. He said, fuck October 15th and Mayfield.
I mean, I'm like the difference of 7 points I could have used if I went Dobbs over Baker in the Green Bowl. Because I'm down 10 points right now.
And Super Saiyan said, y'all gave me good advice besides sitting JT for Higgins. You know what's crazy? They lied to us about JT because he got more than 20 snaps.
Yeah, he put up numbers on, especially in our
format. Well, I mean, he was 8 for 19 on the ground, but he had 5 receptions for 46 yards. So still wasn't a great game, but way better than Higgins. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he played more than 20 snaps. That's what's crazy. It was like he played, I swear, him and Zach Moss were like almost a 50-50 split. Let me go double check that because it wasn't just.
Yeah, and I guess this is the way I'm wired. I'm going to play the higher upside play who.
Yeah,
probably bad advice that he was hurt, but like, it was something that I was doing. I played Higgins over JT in a spot. You know what I mean?
He played 33 snaps, 42% of the snaps. So they lied to us. If we
jumped up 30%.
Yeah, we knew that he was going to play close to 50%. I would have treated the start sit questions a little different for him. Might have still said Higgins, but it's tough when they didn't give us the right info.
I mean, it sucks when I have a week 6 start sit question when it's like, this is some week 1 status right here, like some shit where I have to guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at this point, in my mind, I'm not guessing what a lot of these start sits because we have a lot of data to go on Seen a lot of football. JT's making his, that was the first week we had to go on and what they had to tell us. So I went off of that. You know what I mean? But I don't regret it. if someone lost because of that margin, you know what I mean? Shit, that sucks. You know what I mean? But
now I think we just treat JT like normal moving forward. Because I bet these were the 2 ramp-up games. Like, he got damn near 50% of the snaps like yesterday. Why wouldn't he be close to, if not over 50% of the snaps next game and be the lead back? Because I think Moss only got like one.
It's better with Minshew. You know what I mean? You don't have the threat of someone like for real, like, vulturing a rushing tug or whatever. So there's that. You know what I mean?
And he got more rush than Moss. The thing is, I mean, Moss hit pay dirt and he had more yardage on the ground. But actually, Moss had more receptions, one more reception. It's crazy though. Like, man, are they Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor? They're going to be that crazy duo out of the backfield. Like, as far as receptions go, they got 11 receptions combined with Gardner.
The offensive line was bad, still bad, right?
Yeah.
Josh Downs. I'm pretty sure what was his game like? Because that could correlate to like the shorter.
It was 5 for 21, but he had the touchdown.
Okay, so
Pittman was the beast. I mean, 9 receptions for 109. Like, he was force feeding them.
See, but look at that too, though. He's dealing, and a lot of it's all the short game that added up. He look at 5 targets each or 5 receptions each to all the guys with the shorter ADOT, the running backs and Josh Downs. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
We should expect that with Minshew.
I mean, seeing that, and we didn't see that. I didn't see any of that last week, so I couldn't be like, this is what we should expect. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean,
yeah.
Wasn't Richardson still playing?
And they win that. Hold on, they lost that game. Win that game? I can't remember.
The Colts? Yeah, they lost. Yeah,
they lost. Yeah, see, negative game script. It's easy to predict they're going to be in a negative game. I mean, we all had the Jags beating them. Negative game script means more throwing. I like it.
Yeah.
Who they playing?
Is bad either way. So I think they really have to be in a smash matchup for us to want to start the running backs due to only like the
bad run defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because this was a decent run defense. They're like in the top 15 of the league. So
they're like right smack in the middle of the league. And Super Saiyan said, I need Eckler to somehow not play today. He's gonna play, bro. And he said to maybe have the shits before the game and just bust a Paul Pierce.
Man, if I see Austin Eckler out there, he better have shit running down his leg, bro. Because I don't give a fuck. You're out there if you're shitting your pants. I don't give a fuck, Eckler. You understand me? We got an undefeated streak that has nothing to do with anything, but for some reason I'm trying to hold it up.
Super Saiyan said all that shit that used to be cool ain't cool no more as a grown up. Yeah, exactly. He said, especially once you have kids. Yeah, shit's different for sure.
Yeah,
like my whole life changed when Noble came around, and I think it was when he was like 1 year old or something. That's when I like officially got off probation, and I'd been on probation since like from like 18 to like 32 or some shit like that, like an insane amount of years, all for weed and all small amounts.
Damn.
So it's bullshit. That's how they keep you down.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
And Peacock said the cold front finally hit, or he said it's in the 60s. Oh man, so I could wear a sweater today. Still rocking shorts though. Yeah, that's what's crazy. I hate wearing pants now. It's just like it's always because I don't know. It's never like freezing cold.
I'm a pants wearing motherfucker.
Let me see.
It's symbolic. I live a life where my girl's been trying to take the pants from me. She has my balls already. Yeah.
I'm just trying to live. I'm just trying to live like Adam Sandler. I think they're like, how come you're always wearing like basketball shorts? And he was like, well, when you don't have a boss, you can kind of wear whatever you want.
I mean, he got hella millions, bro. He don't look like it, but that's not the point. And I always have dreams where I'm in somebody's mansion, like as a guest, and then they go, oh, I'll be back. Oh, I gotta go get this phone call or something. Then I just start walking around the house just pocketing shit. Yeah, I had another one of those last night. Motherfucker had like multicolored chains. I was like, oh shit, let me just putting hella chains in my pocket. Why do I have dreams where I'm in rich people's houses taking their stuff?
And Pate said, would you trade Joe Mixon, Marquise Brown, and Zach Moss for Cup? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, better have the RB depth.
Pretty sure he does. You could assume that people was taking JT late unless they were like drafting him like he was JT still. You know what I mean?
Frank said, from here on out, when someone asks me what I do for a living, I'm just going to say I'm a gigolo.
Right?
Why not, right?
It's fun.
Oh, man.
Hey, when we used to go to Vegas, we used to be all kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean? I've been a doctor for a long time.
Man. He was a doctor way before he was doing content about being a doctor. And Axel said, are we seeing a committee 50-50 split with Zach Moss? I would say that 60-40, you know, maybe we'll see that split come to like JT where he takes a 60-40. But yeah, Zach Moss in the mix, man. He's been doing really good. And they do not have a lot of like wide receiver help like over there either. So that's like another thing. Like, yeah, I feel like, 50-50 split, 60-40, you know, in the favor of JT. Maybe it ramps up a little bit more after that, but there's no way we see Moss go away. He's been doing too solid.
Gardner Minshew, 12 games with Leonard Fournette. He caught a shitload of balls.
Yeah.
Back in the Jags. I want to say it was 69 or 70 something. I mean, I know you had 60. Hey, you had 69 2 years in a row. He had 69 grabs 2 years in a row, if I remember correctly. And that 1 year was with Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew doesn't have crazy accuracy down the field. The farther he throws, the worse the accuracy gets. But like, it really tapers off from him as he like goes over like 15 yards, it seems. And hey, Deontay Johnson, they have just opened the 21-day window for him. And he said he was targeting week 7 as the return. So,
yep. And I put him on, I mean, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, 5 weeks. It was 4 to 6. I feel good about his return. They gave him the time he needed. That bye week helped out.
Yeah, because he couldn't have. I don't think he could have came back for week 5, and then they were on the bye. Like, so either way, worked out.
Hey,
good.
Put your shoes on.
Nicholas said, "I'll never play Higgins again."
I'm in that league. I'll trade for him.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's really just bad all around for the Bengals. You know, I mean.
But you know how bad it was. They got out there with the dub.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Seattle's offense.
I love the Bengals.
It really goes in spurts of being like their offense of being like really trash and then like really solid. But
they played a lot of nature. They played a lot of man. They be eating zone up.
Yeah,
I mean, like, you know, those Sean McVay offenses, like, you know, which Zach Taylor is. He's like a version of Sean McVay's offense. Like they eat zone coverage up all day, and like, you know what I mean, they were manning them up like shit.
Yeah. And Axel said, remember how I was telling you on the league was mad because at the Chase and Ford for Puka Mostert Hurts because they thought that they thought I could have got more for Chase.
Puka Mostert on who? Hurts. If you're hurting at quarterback and
he already did this, but he said people were pissed at him because he traded away Chase and Ford.
And then Ford goes on to have like a decent game against a bad matchup. I think you did it right. Fuck what people say, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Those people that are mad are the people that'll never make a trade. Or they'll be the ones that say, oh, I would have gave you more for that. Yeah, you never offered it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like those people.
Yeah, all right. I mean, it was 8 points. I mean, I'm going on a limb and say that Mostert had a better game than him, right?
Yeah. I know. Why'd you do that, man? Why did you trade away the better players that'll produce you more right now?
Because, I mean, I've always been amongst that mindset. Like, I mean, especially Ford, like he's whatever. I mean, yeah, 8 points. Like, whoopity-doo.
Who picked him up? You flip him. That's like the oldest. Like, that's like, you know, fantasy trade 101. Like, you cash out on the guy that didn't get you shit. You know what I mean? You can't go back and do the draft over, so you can't get those players. So if you get someone that you could flip for someone that you'll never acquire like that, that's the move. And, you know, that person might be thinking the same way who had Mostert. Oh, I just picked him up. Now I'm getting chased. Look at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Puka sucked. Hurts was all right.
Then Puka he got a tug, though, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, there's a flag. Oh, he was short. Actually, he was on the one. Dropped it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Do better, Puka.
That's what I said. If he would have got the touchdown, people wouldn't be saying he like just absolutely sucks. Because right now because that's what everybody's saying. So you better go trade for him while you can.
But there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
And Nicholas said I still won, but the guys constantly had me at a roller coaster ride for 6 weeks. It ain't worth it. It all depends on who you got. Yeah. One Nation said I'm down 30. Need to pull off a Monday miracle. I have Dak, Thule, and my opponent has Bland and Bosa. I don't think Bosa's going to play.
Yeah.
He only had one limited practice on Saturday, and it's not sounding promising about him playing.
Yeah, and if that guy's putting Bosa in the linebacker, maybe go grab Clark, see if you can block Clark. If it's a redraft and you're able to pick guys up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kenneth Murray could be a nice block. I mean, these are guys that, your opponent, unless your opponent's not paying attention and you're just in there, like, that's his fault. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Thule could be good for 1, 2.
Well, Bosa's not playing as well.
Yeah,
I'm good with Thule being in there because he's the rookie. Teams aren't really like planning for him, and man, he's got a high motor. Like he gets to the game.
Last time we saw Khalil Mack, he put up 6 sacks. So, like, I'm sure he's going to draw the double team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's Monday night. He could beat a double team on Mondays in a regular Sunday game.
Yeah. Mack truck.
Yeah, but for sure, people are going to be putting the emphasis on Mack versus Thule. That's for damn sure. And Tim said, I have Keenan Allen left, IDP position open. Khalil Mack or Donovan Wilson? How many points do you get for a sack? And how many points do you get for a solo tackle? But I'm leaning Mack on Monday night just because of he just balls on Monday night. And they had the what's it called? The bye week. Like that motor's fresh.
I'm not mad at it.
Let's see. Facebook user said trade away a 2025 second round mid to late for Marvin Mims.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would.
Marvin Mims has been like nothing.
Well, the reason I'm saying is because I'm pretty sure if Marvin Mims' situation can look brighter if they trade Judy or they get another QB next year, like this is dynasty. So, you know what I mean? I'll give up a second because most of those second rounds are full of like, handcuffs or like.
Yeah, he said mid to late. So, yeah, I'm with it. That's assuming your team is good, though, right? You're going to be contending next year.
He said mid to late. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For this year, at least, right? Because that would determine what that pick would be.
Peacock said, what's the deal with Dotson? It doesn't seem obvious. I mean, he made a big drop that like probably would have been a 40-yard touchdown. Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go just gonna go back to the Curtis Samuel effect. Like the things that like we would want them to do short with Dotson, they just been doing that with Curtis Samuel, like they always have. And like he's almost relegated to just being an outside receiver. And that line is so bad that, you know what I mean? It's like, get him on a shallow crosser or something. You know what I mean? Do something.
And Peacock said the $14 teaser back from the dead sale extended for a little more time.
Yeah.
Make sure you go check some of those out. NeonPeacockMerch.com.
Yeah, hell yeah. Get your bong rip shirts.
And Peacock said Tyreek Hill fined over $10K for the TD celebration.
You ain't tripping.
And
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie. Like he's probably gonna get more. Like that. Just the video getting posted on his Instagram or something, or like I don't know. Like he might make more than the 10,000 just from like whatever he gets from that post.
He just goes like that. He goes, "Oh, I got that. I'm running the bank." He actually runs to the bank.
He's so fast. He's fast enough.
He's so fast. You see him on the freeway, bro. The cars is honking at him. And he's going to the bank.
Let's see. And Ryan said, Dynasty win now roster. Would you send Kittle and Thielen for Laporta? Also, I have Kelsey, but love my tight ends. Fuck no, man. Win now roster and you're trading away Thielen? No, don't do it.
Yeah. It should have. I wouldn't understand if it was like I'm trading for Thielen. Win now. You know what I mean? Because just go win now. And you have Kittle. Fuck that. Wait till he gets shiny and flip him if you're gonna do that. Laporta ain't shit to me.
I can't believe he got 11 targets. 11 targets. Pulls down 4 of them. It's insane.
Laporta?
Yeah. So I was completely wrong about him not getting used like in the past game, but
He'll pull down 4.
You can tell he's hurt though.
5 receptions. I mean, listen, if you want to pull like that, I'm not mad at it. I don't want to send Thielen though.
Yeah. His last 3 games have been pretty much, well, I mean, I guess the week versus Carolina, because he had the 2 touchdowns, was pretty solid. But as far as like yardage and stuff goes, these last 3 games have been like horrible compared to his first 3.
Yeah, because the Atlanta game, that was when he had the big 70-yarder that kind of fucking pretty much all of it in one.
He finished with 84 yards total.
Mm-hmm. And he got it all. Yeah, he got it on a little 72-yarder.
And let's see. Crispy said, damn, I got a leak in my house. I need a plumber. Damn it.
I'd be looking in the mirror.
What do you do, Crispy, when you need a plumber? And Axel said I went from lowest projected to potential highest score to get 100 back if I am. Nice.
Good shit. Let's do the impossible. Do the unthinkable. The irrational.
Oh, he said Peacock said that fine was for week 5, just throwing up the peace sign. He said, I wonder what the backflip with the phone is going to cost him.
I mean, because that used to be his signature move, right? When he's gone, throw up the deuces.
Yeah.
I mean, do they consider that like gang signs now? Because that became a thing. Back in 2013, they really made an emphasis on now you're going to get fined, and it was on the honor system, or if referees heard you, if you said the N word, or if you threw up any gang signs, even fucking what's his name,
Jackson?
No, Johnny Manziel, the cokehead.
Oh yeah.
He would throw up the Money Manziel sign or whatever it was.
Right.
We get fined for that. At least that's what I heard. Because it's like, that's like gang signs. Yeah. Like, he's throwing up some white boy shit. But still, though, how you gonna know? Because guys like Deshaun Jackson would always be throwing up his blood set. You know what I mean?
Because there's no, like, what are they gonna have a gang task force and coordinator for like all the NFL games and shit?
Bring in Big Chin. Yeah. What's up? I'm Chin, former Compton Crip. I know all the gang signs. That's a fine.
But they can bring in the dude from Don't Be a Menace, and he can interrogate people after, comes in there, puts his gun down. All right, I got a lot of simple questions. I need a lot of simple answers from you. All right, motherfucker. What time did you purchase the beer? Funny how they were able to purchase a beer being like, 16 years old?
I mean, shit. That's how it was for the Hood Liquor Store. Shout out to the Easy Mart and crooked ass Tony. Tony drop. The name of their liquor store owner.
Tony.
And he was a weirdo. Like, we were going, like, first of all, we all grew up in his head. So even like my girl, because he sold cigarettes to everybody, you know what I'm saying? And my girl used to smoke when we were all kids and shit, like I did. And then, like, once I started seeing my girl, I was like, "Oh, you go to Easy Mart?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Tony's hella weird." She said she always would card him. I mean, he would always card her and then kiss the card, pick up the ID and kiss it. Like, that's a weirdo.
Fuck.
Weird, but he did this to everybody. And like, even like if he wanted to weird you out, he'd do it to you. I'd be like, "Tony, what do you see my ID for? I'm here all the time." He'd take my ID. What the fucking weirdo? And like,
drive safe, Derek. He said, salute everyone. He said, still on the road. Drive safe, homie.
Yeah, drive safe, man.
Peacock said for you guys in kicker leagues, Texans kicker, 17 makes, leads all kickers, and 18 attempts, ranks second.
Let's not talk about kickers. God damn you, Moody. Fucking. This is why did we just pay Robbie Gold, man? Good as gold. He never misses.
I mean, he's like at home, right? It's like
he's at home, just you gotta be at home nursing that foot. He's gonna get the call. Now the price went up.
Tino said, I think Johnny was just an alcoholic.
I agree. I don't know where this came from, but he's gotta be true. I mean, Arthur Smith can house a beer. But I guess when they were in London, he went on McAfee. Like they patched him in, and he was at some pub, just housing beers.
Tino said kicker karma, all of a sudden, kickers are important.
Nah, fuck that.
I don't think so. They still are only relegated to 3 minutes of the show, of a 3-hour show. And
that's too much time.
Peacock said Nico's already surpassed his previous career high of 481 yards with 547 through his first career games. Thank you, CJ. And Peacock, I was right about that INT. I told you. But man, wasn't it so cool for CJ's first INT that he throws the INT? The guy runs back to pretty much the line of scrimmage where they were, fumble. Now they get the ball back.
CJ Stroud has the force, and he's not telling me.
That's pretty strong force right there.
He just popped in about with his mind. He did one of those. Whoop,
and now I guess I'm curious. Does that count as a change, like 2 change of possession? So did they start with was it just 1 1st and 10 for them when they started with that?
Yep.
See, super cool.
He knows how to reset their downs, and he's like, "Listen, bro, watch this. I'm gonna get this goddamn unnecessary pressure off my shoulders. I'm gonna throw this pick, but it's coming back, bro."
It was not even gonna leave us. And Peacock said it was perfect. He said, and he scored on that same drive as well.
Yeah, my man Schultz.
Yeah, that was a big time one. Pretty much all Schultz did for the day. He definitely saved his day.
Saved me.
Yeah, he said it was 3rd down, then got the pick, and then we got the first, and then went on to score. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Not looking
all a part of the plan.
Not looking so good for my under 6.5 bet on for the Texans. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Peacock. That $10, I'm sure, motivated the hell out of them.
Yeah, you're hell of a friend, man. They put that. They screenshotted it and put it on the bulletin board. This is what the fuck they think of us. They bet the under. Look at that. Look at how much they think we're worth. $10.
Oh man! And
here's
Peacock
a team exercise. I'm gonna give you guys all $10. We're gonna reconvene in an hour. See, that's what the world thinks you're worth. I'd be a hell of a coach. Nothing to do with the things on football on the field.
No,
just all life lessons.
Nope. So funny. Like even who was the cornerback? Who you said Reek Woolen, right? Where he said, "Oh yeah, he's good," and he was all pissed. Fuck that! I'm great.
I'm great, motherfucker.
Don't be calling me good. That's bulletin board material.
He said 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven's about to close or something like that because I guess that's what they call Chase. Because he's open all day, like 7-Eleven. So fuck that shit. I'm closing this motherfucking 7-Eleven down. What? Closed for cleaning.
It's funny when people have nicknames where it's almost like a thinking joke. You got to think about it, or it has to be explained.
Like Tariq Cohen, the human joystick, and or the chicken salad.
Yeah. Like, wait, why is it chicken salad?
And the human joystick doesn't seem like another man should say to another man. Hey, human joystick, get over here.
Let me guess what you're doing with that joystick. And
it's time to play.
Peacock said Schultz 3 TDs in 3 games and went 4 for 61 and a TD.
I love it. Coming out of this fucking bye week, right? Coming out this bye week, strong. Texas strong.
Man, it was
I think that's the best Texas team that we got in the NFL right now.
Cowboy fans, what do you think? Go look. Let's go look. Let's take it to the paper here.
Okay,
we're at the Texans.
Let's start. Yeah, let's start with
135 points for,
and
113 points against. 3-3, right in the mix for their division.
Oh yeah, 3-3. I don't know why I was thinking they're 4-2.
Cowboys, 134 points for, and 83 points against. 3-2. As of right now, I mean they're two out of first place in that division. Texans are only 1 out in their division. I don't know. I mean, I'd say the Texans, it looks like they're playing in closer games and they've won the same amount of games.
If they got in a full-on rumble, I think the Texans will kick their ass.
Because they're led by D'Amico Ryans. That's why.
See, D'Amico will be like, First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna beat the shit out their coach. It's gonna be lost for the rest of the outing. You know, it's just like you shoot the guy that commands everyone to shoot the guns. Remember back in the days, we used to have to fucking pack their shit.
Yeah.
Fire! Reload! Fire! Right? You shoot that guy who's yelling at everybody to do that shit. Then they're all lost.
Yeah. Gotta be a gangster ass coach. And I don't know why I just thought of this, but Boy Meets World podcast, that's one of like the podcasts that I listen to. Nice. And it's funny. They always bring people on for like interviews, and they brought on the guy who was like their studio teacher, and said he was there for like the entire run of while they were still like having 10 classes and stuff. Oh, and wow. That guy was telling a story when he was a teacher in the South Bronx, and like he said that his class was just like insane, throwing shit all the time, you know, it was real wild. But then like the teacher next door, his kids were all like, you know, sitting down, like very like disciplined looking. Like he's like, what's your secret? How do you get him to do that? And he was like, well, my secret is on day one, the first person to pop off, I grab him and I throw him against the wall. He's like, no one messes around the rest of the year.
He's like, hey, he's cracking jokes. Hey, you got a comedian here. Hey, come on up to the front of the class. Hey, go ahead. I'll let you have 5 minutes. Go give it your best shot. Let's see. You might got something here. As soon as he starts to do his bit, punch him in the gut. Sit your ass down. Everybody laugh at him. Look how funny he is.
That's the only way.
Those were the good old days. Get the yardstick.
Man. All right. I just got an idea for a live show. Okay. Well, as soon as we have our first live show, it's going to be people coming up and they're going to be asking questions and answers. Okay. They're going to like come in like a big line. Going to be like 10 feet in front of us.
Okay.
Soon as someone comes and asks us about team defense, just immediately run up to him, kick him with the boot, hit him with the stunner, just right in front of everybody. This is what happens to you when you ask team defense questions. If we could do that to people, there'd be less stupid questions coming our way.
See, I think it's great, man. I think it's real groovy. That's a nice tune, but here's what I thought of. We had like a big old boot that comes. You know how they used to have like the punching, the thing that comes, the boxing glove. Right? We needed a boot one on them.
Yeah,
on one of them old erector set joints. You know what I'm talking about? The little retractable thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Or actual Stone Cold comes out and stuns him.
What the hell are you talking about? Tina said we literally run Team D League Wafers. Wafers does not have team defense. Does not have kickers.
What are you talking about?
The thing that's basic about the Wafers is that it's single QB and it's got a tight end spot. That's the basicness of it. But no, hell no, we don't have Team D. I do not commission any leagues that have Team D, nor will I ever again. Don't you ever
just got ashamed. I almost got ashamed to know us. I was like, what you do a team defense league? Oh, no, he doesn't.
And Tina said, how about you stop bashing other leagues so we can expand? Whereas only a couple dozen people.
I don't want those people.
Right, there's only a couple dozen people on watching right now.
You know what?
This part doesn't make it to the uploads.
You know what? They can feel free to bash me. Go, have at it.
And what up, the dough? He said, shaking my head, I need 97 points from Eckler, Justin Herbert, and Keenan.
I think you're not in bad shape. Like it just needs to be a competitive game. Here,
yeah,
30 burgers all around.
I mean, that wouldn't be enough.
30-something burgers?
33 burgers all around.
33 burgers?
Could happen.
It could happen. Here's the thing you got to worry about is that, like, they're actually, like, good. Like the Chargers could beat them in reality, but, like, you know, it might not be pretty. Look at the Niners. Like, we outside of those 3 touchdowns, that's all it really was. We didn't really, you know, we couldn't really move the ball willy-nilly on them. So there's that.
Tino said every new person gets bashed when they show up. He said, poor guy earlier was just trying to blame you guys for giving him advice.
I know that poor son. Bring him back. There's the guy, the real CP3. Don't even bring back CP3. I want to talk to the real CP3.
No, he turned into a keyboard warrior. It was funny. I didn't even read out the comments.
Well, I mean, you know, Listen, I wasn't even here when he was shitting on us. That's why I didn't like it. Oh, you're gonna shit on us collectively? I wasn't even on the screen yet. Came through. I was like, man, just jack off and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is up with them numbers on the defense? Bet you can't even explain how they score, bro.
Peacock said Dallas defense made the offense look better than it was early. And he said, and then it was exposed against the 49ers. Said over under tonight is 51. I don't think that's hitting the over.
I don't know. I mean, just based on what he's saying, he thinks he likes the under.
Well, he's just saying that the Dallas defense was exposed.
You know what, too? Fucking, I really believe in, you know me, I chase coordinators around. I really believe that shit. This could work twofold. Kellen Moore knows exactly how to dissect that defense, and or Darren Quinn knows exactly what to expect from this Kellen Moore offense. They practice against each other for like multiple seasons. So that's a real thing.
For sure.
Let's see. I mean, can we get a big CD game? I feel like, why isn't Dallas, they got so afraid of Dak, bro, that he throws so many picks. They're like, Tex Coast offense, which is basically the exact same as the West Coast. They just think they could change a name and throw people off. It's basically all short passes, yak shit. They're not the greatest at any of that either. You know what I mean?
See, and is this like the coordinator change as well? Like Kellen Moore just wasn't as much of a bonus hole as they are like with their play calling?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at all the picks. And then you start winning games without throwing, and Dak's taking care of the ball. You don't stay away from that. But then you can't get into shootouts either. I mean, I used to believe they could based on what they're doing this year. I mean, and if you think about the coordinator change, they went to Schottenheimer, Rowdy Schottenheimer. You know what I mean? He has it in his repertoire to throw the ball, but they want to, his game plan is basically run the ball. You know what I'm saying? But if you go back to like when he was with Seattle, like when like they weren't screaming, let Russ cook because he was throwing for 500. Like they got it in the playbook to take it to the sky. Same thing with Mike McCarthy, but Mike McCarthy, he wanted to go all the way back to his time with the Niners. And this is literally what he said. We're going to revamp West Coast offense, call it Tex Coast offense. Get the fuck out of here. You know what that makes me think? If you're trying to reinvent something, that means you're experimenting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that great. You have the defense to compensate for you, but you know what happens when you get down deficits? You know what I mean? Then you don't have the offensive line to ward off fucking pass rush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look, if they can't handle Khalil Mack tonight, that's kind of, and Thule, that's kind of sad. No offense to them. Just saying, their sack totals aren't the craziest. They're basically, you know, all in one game this year.
Hell yeah.
And then on the flip side, Herbert should be like on the move all day because that line's going to get fucking Swiss cheesed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the ball's coming out very quick to our man Keenan Allen Waynes in living color.
21 CJ said started Puka and DJ Moore need CD to charge up. He said probably about to get 2 L's this week. I think it's going to be a good game for CD. Chargers secondary isn't the best.
Yeah, they got rid of JC Jackson too.
Yeah.
I worry about more of the double team, whatever safety is going to come crashing down and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about their corners.
Oh, man. Ryan said Brock Bowers expected to miss the rest of the season. When you put that in, I was like, who the fuck is this? It's that Georgia tight end that was being boasted up by the Falcons coach.
Yeah.
That sucks because he's supposed to be like what? He's supposed to be like the Kyle Pitts.
The next Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, the Kyle Pitts of this year.
Kyle Pitts was the next Eric Ebron. Takes a couple. And you know, it's funny too. Even with Kyle Pitts, he's in year 3. Takes a couple years for some tight ends to develop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what you say.
All right. We've been waiting long enough. Let's get to the injury segment here. And we're kicking it off FNT style. Here we go. Let's get it.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands
in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Put your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What's happening? Bogard Scott free.
All right. We're about to wrap up week 6 with this injury recap. Here we go. Man, it was an ugly week for injuries. If it's your first time here, if you're catching this on the replay, smash that subscribe button. Subscribe to the audio podcast as well, Fantasy Football Hustler.
Man, I don't think I'm giving myself enough credit if it's your first time watching this. I am a doctor.
Yeah.
Harvard.
Did not know. Multiple degrees in medicine for Bogey.
More than one.
All right. One of the big ones on the day. David Montgomery. That was what the Doe shouted out. And Doe said, we lied, baby. Hell yeah. Every morning we are here.
The bread basket. Right in his bread basket, right? The ribs.
Yep. Ribs negative at least, but we still didn't hear, were they fractured? We got to deal with some shit like that. Just bruised. A lot of different outcomes.
We're going to go ahead and throw a flap jacket on his ass. Let's go.
And for all those who maybe haven't seen Dr. Bogey, you want to explain what happened, where Dave Montgomery's injuries were?
See right here. See this right here? This is the ribs. See that? You know what I mean? You get hit. The ribs protect a lot of vital organs. You see what I'm saying? If you don't have your organs, you die. Ribs are very important. See that? Shit came back negative. So there, his ribs are okay. There, his vital organs are okay. See that? We'll go ahead and throw an extra flak jacket on it. We'll be all right. Maybe misses a game. Maybe.
Yeah, we gotta hear. Hopefully it's not fractured. Yeah. And let's see. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, T-Law right at the end of the game. So weird. The game is over. They're up by 17 points. And then we just hear randomly he had some issue with the knee late in the game. And he said that he feels okay and he's going to get it checked out. But yeah, just make sure that we're on the lookout for Trevor and this knee issue.
I guess you would probably hope that it was a situation where he could have returned to the game because it happened so late and they were winning. But at the end of the day, you don't want to hear this. Let's hope it's like a Kenny Pickett situation. We saw a weak ass Kenny Pickett go down, get carded and shit. He came back, played the next week. You know what I mean? They just, so hopefully it's something along the lines of that, bro. Just like a bruised knee or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bone contusion.
Yeah, and speaking of someone getting carted off, what is it with the Bills and these crazy type of injuries that they get on Monday night? What is it in the stars? Damian Harris neck issue and neck issue damn near broken neck.
Why were they giving him? Well, why was he relegated to punt return duties too? It was weird. It was he was bound to get hurt, being that he has an injury history himself already. And then the neck thing, of course, that's scary. Yeah. He gave the good thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? We haven't got anywhere, but they got after the DeMar Hamlin thing, they have ambulances on deck, not that they didn't already, but it's just the response to these type of things is it takes a DeMar Hamlin situation for them to have these protocols in place and tight and packed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it sucks. They're all showing DeMar Hamlin it was only last year, this many weeks ago that this happened, and DeMar Hamlin just got his head down, going through PTSD, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he's praying right there, or he's trying to hide his face because he's a clone. Because that's what they said. They said he died and that he's a clone. It's fucking terrible that they would say that.
Yeah, really is.
It's fucking.
And for the Raiders, man, Jimmy G gets smashed up over their back injury for Jimmy G.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there.
He's doing Jimmy things.
Yeah, for sure. You're about to make some, some decisions here.
And the commentators were hella irritated when they're like, Brian Hoyer gets it. This means so much to him. How does it mean so much to him that the organization that he won Super Bowls with and he helped be a big part of game plans because he was the backup people? What the fuck are they talking about? He probably has everything to thank them for.
How about your 49ers? Oh, man. CMC. The weirdest thing about him is that he goes out, comes back in for one play, and then just straight out to the locker room. Oblique. Debo, a little bit more uneventful with him. I mean, he just went out, in the first quarter? Shoulder injury. Took him a while to rule him out, though. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Here's my thing is we're always going to err on the side of precaution because we're cursed as a team to have injuries to our stars, bro. It happens, right? One thing I'll say is that, like, because we err on the side of precaution, expect these guys to probably miss some time for real if it is, any kind of serious. Because, like, look at Debo. He just played a game a week ago as a decoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was nursing whatever he had.
Decoy Samuel. Yeah.
Yeah, decoy Samuel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know what I mean? Then the oblique, that's a soft tissue injury. We're not fucking with that, bro. You know what I mean? And like, if there's ever a team that's dealt with this shit, it's the Niners, and we'll switch to the personnel that we have. You know what I mean? The game plans will be switched to the personnel that we have.
You heard anything about Trent Williams yet? They said he was wearing one of the boots. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whenever someone wears a boot too, it's usually because you haven't got it the MRI on it or any extra shit. You know what I mean? Because he for sure got an X-ray on it. So you know what I mean, we would have heard something on that. I mean, because he came back too. He came back remember he left and he came back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Debo, if we didn't say it, the X-rays on his shoulder were negative.
Yeah.
And the Doe said, was Hamlin a starter last year? No, but if you remember, see, it's why the Bills and their crazy like history of these Monday night injuries, we can just take it back now. Just the last.
Yeah, Michael Hyde was gone. It was just Jordan Poyer. It was just Jordan Poyer and Hamlin, right?
But Micah Hyde, he had one of these moments last year. It was like week 2 on Monday Night Football. It was a neck issue with him as well, and it was damn near broken neck. And then that's who Hamlin was coming in for and playing for.
Mm-hmm.
But Hyde's out there now, so that's why Hamlin's back.
Yep. And they basically guaranteed whatever existing contract he had last year. Otherwise, when you pick up a Taylor Rapp and you start due diligence, he's just depth. I mean, it was dope he got on the field. I actually had him on my squad, hella dynasty squads. He wasn't in the lineup in any of them, but it was just because he was a plug and play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Good shit, Philly Mike. He said picked up a last second team and said won 300. So DFS is always talking DFS.
Nice.
Let's see. Who else do we got over here? We got
I swear DFS, bro, you got to get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in this thing every week and you get the flow of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different beast. I enjoyed fucking with that shit for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, JPZ in the house. What up, homie?
What up?
And so let's see. We got for the Ravens, Marcus Williams, hamstring injury for him. He left second half of the game. And Kyle Hamilton, he didn't get hurt, but he got kicked out of the game for that dirty ass hit on Chris Moore. But yeah, so that's why he only got
He'll get a hefty fine sent his way.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And he won't get suspended because they kicked him out.
Laviska Shenault on the Panthers now got ruled out, got carted to the locker room. High ankle sprain, they believe with him. Yetur Gross Matos, hamstring injury. He got ruled out, never came back. He's one of their edge, outside linebackers. Frankie Louvu left and did not come back either. I can't remember how. I swear that was in the first half somewhere. Because I saw more Gruger Hill in the second half. He was out there making hella tackles. Oh, can't believe I didn't bring this one up. Justin Fields, the right hand. Totally forgot about that. So they said the X-rays did not show a break But yeah, we're waiting to hear more. I mean, it's on his throwing hand. So
when they don't say it's not a break, but they don't say it's a fracture. That's hella weird.
Well, I think it's because they don't. Well, they don't have to disclose anything, right?
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, not until Wednesday, really.
But Bogey, for someone who's right-handed, I mean,
I was just about to ask you, do you know if he's ambidextrous? Because
I'm saying no.
See, this is a hand right here. See, it's full of phalanges. See that? Phalanges. Say it with me. Phalanges. See that? Those phalanges grip the ball. That hand with the ball throws it.
Now I just read, looks like he dislocated his thumb.
See, now let me tell you what makes this difference between us and the animals. It's disposable thumb. See that? You don't never see an animal holding a gun. You ever seen an animal hold you up? An animal can't stick you up. You know why? Doesn't have one of these. Let's just like a gorilla or something.
That's what I was gonna say. Could a
gorilla with a strap, you could just run.
Could a certain monkey hold the
I'm
pistol?
just saying, you know what I mean? Listen, especially if it's a gorilla, bro, coming at you with an AK and a banana clip, bro. And I'm talking about from the zoo, straight up, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's probably bad news. But you ain't seen no squirrels, none of that shit. You know why? Because this thing right here. You see a squirrel throw a ball?
Phalanges. Did I say it right?
Phalanges. See that? You ever, yeah. Have you ever seen a pig throw a ball?
Peacock said, have you ever seen a gorilla throw a football?
I've seen it.
Derek, he said, I'm about to crash right now. Put myself out of my misery with this doctor segment. Don't do it, Derek. Drive safe.
Listen, bro. Listen, you know Michael Jackson's, remember, what was his homie's name? Bobo?
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Bubbles
used to smoke a cigar, bro. He used to drive an ATV. I swear to God. Hey, Chris Tucker was like, man, I was at Neverland. And then here comes rolling up Bubbles. He's wearing his fucking, his red. He's wearing the red. He might even have the same jacket as Mike. You know what I mean? And he didn't have no pants on, though. That's the weird part. You know what I mean? He rolls up, riding the ATV, bro. And he's smoking a cigar. He was addicted to nicotine. I swear to God.
Oh man.
You know he was strapped up.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna suspect.
He had his lighter on him. That's why you had to have a jacket. You had to have things with pockets in it. He pulled his lighter out.
The dose that I seen a gorilla throw a watermelon. I believe it.
Hell yeah. See? I mean, think about this. I actually subscribe to the stoned monkey theory. That's Terrence McKenna, if anyone wants to go down a rabbit hole. But his theory is that, like, when that we all evolved from primates, and that at one point when in Africa or Pangea, whichever you want to call it, we were all in this rainforest and shit. And as the climate's changed and it turned into grasslands, we go out to the grasslands and we start flipping the cow patties and eating the grubs under there, unknowingly eating psilocybin mushrooms and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just evolved us, bro, over time. The first thing they thought of was a throwing motion. Like, you know, we used to climb up and get all that shit out of the tree. Now I'm just gonna take this thing and chuck it at this shit. Look at that. Then turns into tools, spears to civilization.
Now back. Here we go. Also on the Bears, Eddie Jackson, foot injury. Left did not return. Their offensive tackle, Nate Davis, ankle injury. Left did not come back. Let's see. For the Colts, Alec Pierce, shoulder, did not return.
Hell of a blocker, that Alan Pierce.
Let's see.
Nice catch that game.
Yeah. For the Jags, Tyson Campbell, hammy. He's cornerback. Left, did not come back. Brandon Sharif. Oh, man. Ankle injury. Man, they need losing more linemen over there.
It's pretty bad.
What's
see. What's going to happen when they play a team with some, like the Steelers or something? You know what I mean? Or even the Bengals in the playoffs. Like someone has some crazy pass rush. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For the for the Rams, Riverboat Ronnie Rivers and Kyren. Riverboat Ronnie's got the knee issue, and they believe that it's a PCL for him. And then for Kyren, it's an ankle. Sean McVay said he thinks that Kyren's going to be okay. That was his first initial statement yesterday, but they don't really have to give us any info until Wednesday.
Sean McVay's about to have a baby. And he's nervous as fuck because he's just trying to see what that baby looks like. He can't wait. He's like, it better be mine. It better be mine.
It's going to be like, what's his name? Charlie from Irene. Wow. So, wow.
He's like, my family's Italian. My grandma's twice removed or something.
Oh, man. And let's see. For the Vikings, Marcus Davenport. Man, ankle injury. He got carted into the locker room. Did not come back.
That guy's a hurt motherfucker.
Always. For the Patriots, lost multiple guys. I believe Josh Uche, I think, foot injury. He was their linebacker. Man, they just keep losing cornerbacks and DBs. Knee issue for him.
Yeah, they're gonna have Uche. Isn't he like an edge rush? They don't even.
He's one of the outside linebackers.
Yeah, because they ain't got no Judon either. No Uche.
Yeah, it's all bad for the Patriots. Hella injuries to that defense. Because no matter what, as bad as they are, if their team's at 100% strength, they're way better on defense, if nothing else. But it's all bad now. For the Giants, they lost one of their tackles. Toe issue for Izudu. I don't even know. Josh Izudu. Adoree Jackson, neck issue. He left and did not return. So down another DB over there. Let's see. For the Jets, they lost their tackle, Tipman. Thigh issue. He was ruled out, did not come back. And Robert Saleh, one of the first things he said is that that injury might keep him out for a little while.
Did you see what Saleh said?
What?
They said, Saleh, how you feel about your defense? They looking good out there. He's like, I feel good about our defense. He's like, we had the murderer's row gauntlet of QBs. Yeah. We didn't win all the games, but we embarrassed all of them. He's hard, bro. Yeah, I miss Saleh, bro, and Nico, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, because obviously with Rodgers, the expectations are a lot different. But pretty much right now, it's really like Saleh, he's showing his worth with the defense. You can only do so much with the offense with Zach Wilson.
Hey, but you got the run game to go.
Yeah, for sure.
He's breaking the curse. He's coming off that ACL as a running back.
What up, Daltonics? He said he's up 70 with Lamb still to play. Nice. He said going 6-0. Let's get it.
Okay. Let's go get that chipper.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. And where do we leave off? The Eagles. Lane Johnson, one of their tackles, he left. Did not come back. They lost multiple DBs. Eli Ricks, one of their cornerbacks, and then Blankenship. Man, that one sucked. It was when he tackled Alan Lazard, and it was just hitting a brick wall. And
Alan Lazard blocks for a living.
Yeah, he's
a big fuck too, bro. That was
yeah, and you could just tell because it's like when they're running full force and Reed just stops, just straight in his tracks, that hurt something, and it was his ribs.
Battleship, bro.
Yeah, it was his ribs, and they lost Bradley Roby as well, another cornerback. Man, they are having cornerback woes and DB woes in general.
One of my homies that, all jokes aside, one of my homies that played football, and he had a rib issue. And he was like, the hardest thing is just breathing, bro.
Yeah,
just fucking breathing.
Oh yeah,
dang, because you know that adrenaline, all that shit, and then you get that inflammation going. You're just fucked for a week.
Yeah,
multiple. I'm worried about the David Monty shit too.
Yeah. Yep. And for everyone who doesn't follow the show, make sure Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1:00 West Coast time that you are always tapped in because we're bringing you all the injury reports on Fantasy News Today.
Yes. Yes. It is I, Dr. Bogey. And I'll be on the golf course.
Let's see. And what else do we got here?
When you call me, Dr. Bell, what are you doing? I'm on the green.
We're on the greens.
Oh, you're playing golf again. Sure am.
And okay. Baker got hurt and contusion to his left hand. Luckily, it's the left hand, right, and not the right hand. And the X-rays came back negative. So we'll wait and see what they say. But luckily, it is on the non-throwing hand.
He came and slapped, tried to punch his hand while he's holding the ball. Something happened.
For the Titans, oh man, Tannehill, it was his ankle. That was an issue. He got I can't remember who it was who wrapped him up, but pretty much his ankle got caught under a big ass defensive lineman, pretty much got rolled backwards where his ankle was just trapped under that big dude. And you saw it right away. He jumped up and he was all kind of not putting any weight on it. And I swear that he even ran one play. And but then after that, it was like he was done. Like he went into the locker room. Maybe that was to take the X-rays, and and then he came back out on the field, but never back. Came back to the sideline. Never came back on the field.
That shit is crazy.
And Chris Moore, because of that dirty hit by Kyle Hamilton, concussion, ruled out for the game. And we still haven't seen a player get a concussion on Sunday, play the next week. If their game is on Sunday. And Montez Sweat, thumb issue, left the game, did not return. All right. And there you have it for the injury wrap-up. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to be bringing you all the official news from the injury reports for these NFL teams. For everyone watching live, hang out with us because we're doing every position studs and duds right now as well. For everyone who caught this on the replay, go watch all the uploaded videos, subscribe if you haven't, and turn on the notifications as well. Make sure you do that. And what else? Subscribe to the audio version of the podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler.
Bang.
All right, let's jump in to these QB studs and duds. And here we go.
And we're coming in hot. Ah.
What up, Fantasy Football Hustler? Back at you.
What's happening? Steaming Willie Beeman in this thing.
Yeah. And we are breaking down some QB studs and duds. Let me get Sleeper up on the screen here.
Was it okay? Just without looking before we look at these, it's not the studliest, was it?
No, it's ugly. It's terrible, as our man Derek would say. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Shout out to Derek.
The highest scorer on the week was hold on. Let me get over here. It was not an offensive player. Blake Cashman and Levante David, IDP 1, 2, 3 scoring, were the highest scorers on the week with 35 points. So if you're watching this,
how many?
35.
I guess in tight end premium because Kelsey went crazy.
Right. Yeah, we're not talking tight end premium right now. And we're not talking our crazy hustler scoring either.
Yes, you're right.
It's regular. And
damn, the IDPs went crazy.
Hell yeah. Mostert was there. I know we're doing QBs right now, but yeah, Mostert was there though. He was the one who was like offensive guy. He was the guy this week. And for everyone watching on replay, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications, and check out all the other positional all the other positional stud and dud videos. And we're kicking it off with the QBs. Number 1 on the week, Tua. Oh, yeah. It was 27 points, 21 attempts, 31 attempts, 21 completions, 262, had the 3 touchdowns as well.
They make it look easy.
Yeah.
It was Carolina too, so we expected this.
Yeah.
But even that, to 27 points. Number 1.
Jared Goffel making sure to prove all the haters wrong this week on the road. 26 points, 353 and 2 tugs, threw it 44 times. A lot of throwing. David Montgomery doesn't go out. When he does, he probably doesn't throw it as many times.
Yeah, it is a good run defense too, but maybe when they started to get worn down, like Rodgers was getting a little gashes here and there. So Craig Reynolds. So you're right, man. Ribs can't breathe.
Jalen Hurts, 25 points, and all of this is rounded up. If I clicked on it, it would actually show us the actual. So I'm just reading the rounded up or rounded down points. 45 passing attempts. They had to throw it a shitload. 280 yards, 1 touchdown through the air. He was 8 for 47 on the ground with the tug on the ground as well. The Wolf, oh man, the Wolf, 24 points, 151 yards, 3 tugs though. That's made all.
He played a clean game, huh?
I can't remember if he threw an INT or not, because it's not showing me. It doesn't show the INTs. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I would have it here. Yep, no INTs, no fumbles.
Look at that.
Hey, the Wolf.
Proud of the Wolf.
The Wolf, he's on it. And Ritter at home. I mean, it is a down week for QB.
Yeah, even with the picks he threw.
I mean, that's what's crazy though. Let me see how many guys. Yeah, Trevor didn't even get 2, 4, 6. Only 7 QBs got over 20 points this week. Like, that's pretty crazy. Usually we're seeing a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ritter, 307 and 2 tugs on the road the next 2 weeks. So I don't know if we can expect another 300 yard outing, but he's got the weapons to do it. He's just been a tale of two. He's like, I don't know, a poor man's Big Ben. Shitty on the road. He's been good at home.
He's like a really poor man's, homeless man's Ben Roethlisberger.
Mahomes, he still scraped the 20 points, 306 yards, had the touchdown, had the INT.
Had the 2 tugs.
What up, Nick? He said OverReaction Monday. Let's get it. Hell yeah.
What up, Nick?
What up, Jack? Just hang around for a little bit. We're doing studs and duds right now, but if you ask that question again during the running back section, which is next, we'll answer that. All right, Lamar Jackson, 223, and the tug. And, man, he was the last one to score over 20 points. I mean, T-Law, Derek Carr, Stroud, Josh Allen, Burrow. I mean, those would be the honorable mentions. Burrow had 18 and some change. And Tim said Mahomes isn't scoring how I thought he would. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how everybody thought, right? Because he's only had one 30-point game. Usually he's like the king of the 30-point games. But either way, he hasn't done horrible. I mean, he's only had one game where he's had less than 20 points.
Their defense is actually good, and their run game has been going. Yeah. So it's going to take away from him. If we're getting 300 yards still with this, with how the team looks, I'm okay with it.
Now, here is our least favorite part if we roster some of these players, because now we're going to get into the duds. But we love to call these guys out because nobody is safe. We will back up the truck on your ass. And the first guy we got to back up the truck on. And you know what? We're just going to put them both in the same area. I mean, it's Fields and it's McCorkle Jones.
I mean, damn, Fields. First time when I start him too.
Had to get hurt out there. Of course he did. And, you know, I mean, even before, I can't remember when it was. I think it was like the second or early in the third when he got hurt. He wasn't doing the best up until that anyways. He didn't even have 100 yards passing. And Mac Jones, I mean, he had 200 yards, but no touchdowns or nothing. Pretty much looked like shit most of the game. He didn't look bad enough to get taken out of the game. So I guess that's good for him, but he's still trash.
Is that great coaching? They're like, we're going to sit Zappy, healthy scratch Zappy, and we're going to put this fucking guy off the practice squad. Because if you fuck up, we're playing the practice squad over your ass.
Yeah, and now, like, you can keep a guy like Zappy on the inactive, but he's still like the emergency. Yeah, so he'll still be suited up for the game in case of emergency.
We will break this fucking glass on him.
All right. Baker Mayfield. Boo. Kirk Cousins. Boo. Man. That was probably one of the worst ones. Kirk Cousins, 181 yards, 1 touchdown. Their line's trash. He needs JJ because they're not respecting him without JJ. They could just man up everybody out there.
He's dropping everybody.
Yep. And yeah, let's hope that we get a better week out of these QBs next week. Because yeah, it was ugly. We only had 7 QBs that went over 20 points. That's terrible. That is terrible.
Do better. Bounce back week.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like next week.
A lot of guys in bounce back spots. And we're going to bounce over to the RB. So everyone watching live, hang out with us. If you're watching this on replay, hit that subscribe button if you did not already. And make sure you subscribe to the audio version of the podcast as well. Fantasy Football Hustler. Go check out all the other positional videos because every position is broken down, including IDP for your IDP freaks. Let's jump over to the running backs.
And we're coming in hot.
What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at ya.
What's up, Bogard Scott? Free running shit.
Let's go. And we're getting into the running backs. Go make sure you check out all the other positional videos that we dropped and make sure that you smash that subscribe button if you are new to the channel because we're going live all the time. A lot of question and answer sessions that we do to help the peeps. And the RBs, man, Mostert out there killing it. 3 touchdowns, 115 yards on the ground, 17 attempts. So big workload for him over there. 3 receptions, 17 yards. He didn't do the surfing. I did not see him do the surfing.
The Remember the Titans joint.
Yeah, on his last one, got everyone there to do the Remember the Titans. Here we go. Everybody did it. They were hyped for it.
Yeah, it was tight.
ETN killing things out there with his 23-point performance. And yeah, 55 yards rushing. 55! We definitely want more than that. But, you know, the touchdowns, he got 3 receptions. It was a solid baseline.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kyren was killing things out there until he got hurt. 158 yards and a touchdown. The one who surprised me was Brees. And the touchdown and the 5 receptions really saved his day because 12 for 39 on the ground. He wasn't really able to do it. No one is versus the Eagles. And, yeah. But he did his thing. Did enough. And let's see who else we got. Ken Walker, of course. Come on, man. Ken Walker out here doing his thing like he always does. And 19.9 points. So, yeah, rounded it up to 20 right here. And 62 yards on the ground. Got the touchdown. 19 attempts. 3 receptions for 23 yards. I mean, he's doing exactly what Pete Carroll said he was going to do with him. Get him 17 to 20 touches a game. And he stayed true to his word. And what's he got? A touchdown in at least the last 4 games? Yep. Mm-hmm. Touchdown at least in the last 4 games now. Killing things. Derrick Henry, honorable mention with his 19 and some change. 97 yards and a tug. Stevenson finally got a good game out of him. Zach Moss, solid floor of receptions. I mean, that's pretty much what saved his day. And then Kamara, Swift, Kareem Hunt, Hubbard, Pacheco, all over 15 points. And yeah, it was an ugly week for running backs as well. Really, really ugly. But who was one of your surprises, Bogey, out of one of these guys just cracking like top 12?
Probably 6 through 12. You know,
that's
like
wild.
I mean, you know, like look at the top 5. It was like, you know, a lot of matchups that we expected for them to eat on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Kyren thing didn't surprise us. You know what I mean? Everybody runs on the Cardinals.
Yeah,
but but it's a bad week.
6 through 12 was Henry, Stevenson, Moss, Kamara, Swift, Hunt.
Yeah, so I guess the Henry one was like better. And he was up there.
Yeah,
7 through 12. Yeah, we'll get a bounce back spot here for a lot of these running backs. I mean, look at CMC went up against the Browns. You know what I'm saying?
And got hurt.
Yeah, he gets hurt. You know what I mean? Then maybe he was hurt early too, because like why weren't they using him in the passing games? Like he got soft tissue, you can't quick twitch shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he only had 14 touches. I can't remember when he went out. I mean, it was the second half of the game for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was like a bunch of turnovers, right? And just like shitty field position. Who the hell knows? Let's see. But yeah, we hope CMC isn't going to miss any time. Please don't miss any time. All right, here we go. You motherfuckers need to get your shit together. And it starts with Samaje Perine. I know he's not much, but he's full-blown droppable at this point. If you're still rostering Samaje Perine, there's literally no reason. Because even if Javonte goes out, doesn't matter. It's going to be Jaleel, and he'll just get a couple touches. And guess what? Jaleel goes out, doesn't matter. It's going to be Javonte, and Samaje is going to get just a couple touches, and that's it. And I bet if both of those guys went out, they would just bring someone in from a practice squad on another team, and Samaje is just going to be the third down running back who gets like 2 touches a game, and that's it.
I think they're basically at a point now where they're going to tear it down for next year. I think like.
Do you think they're going to break the walls down?
Come on, you know I got you. Yeah.
Break the wall down. I mean, I see what you got with all your youngsters. I mean, maybe it'll start with trading away Judy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which they've already been talking about very, very heavily. Let's see. Okay, you know, I know we're not expecting a lot from Cam Akers, but he's got to get a dump truck for literally just like doing nothing the entire time. He's like lucky if he gets 5 points in this offense.
Yeah, you're making Alexander Madison. You can't even take out the job from Alexander Madison.
I mean, it's terrible. It is terrible. All right. Let's back up the truck for DeMarcado. I was not going to be starting him, but we're trying to tell you all week, like we could better be on the lookout for Keontae Ingram. And like, we weren't even thinking about Damian Williams, but like, yeah, hope that nobody started DeMarcado. Man, come on. Damian Pierce. Come on. 13 for 34. He just can't do nothing.
That's really whack
out there. Yeah. Jaleel. Man, I know we're expecting a lot from Jaleel, but man, we might have to pump the brakes on him, like us just thinking he's going to get double digits every single game. Lots going to come into game flow with him.
I think he's safer with his game script than Javonte. That's what's crazy. Like Javonte is like, he might be like a first half guy before the game gets out of hand. And it's like, you got to hope he get it all early.
So we need to back the truck up on.
Hell yeah.
Again and again. Rashad White.
Shout out to my man Keyshawn Vaughn? Question mark?
I don't know. Like, it's all bad over there. Like, dude had 3 receptions, didn't even crack 7 points. Like, come on. That's horrible.
Booty.
That is horrible. For everyone who is banking on Donta Foreman this week, it was terrible. I mean, he ended up getting a lot of run at the end, but he still didn't really do much with it. And Darrington Evans, just a huge part of the game plan. And Foreman, we don't really think of him as that guy who's going to catch a bunch of passes. He did catch one. That was like surprising, but
he was used like that back in Tennessee. That's why I was like, That's why I was even excited for him. Like if this guy gets all the work and he gets some, you know, I mean, he could pass pro, but you know, then there's Darrington Evans apparently.
Yeah, who they love. And let's see, who else do we got here? James Cook. Why is he not being used in the pass game at all? Like, come on. They're using him like that in the beginning, and then they just completely stop. His value is tanked, in my opinion.
He was gashing too, and then they took him out in the red zone. I was like, what the fuck? Giants got a hell of a pair of linebackers right there.
Mixon in what we thought was a smash matchup. Not so much. 12 for 38. I mean, it was just all around like bad for that whole team. They just weren't extending drives a bunch. But man, it's crazy. Like we really might have to stop thinking as like
Seattle, right on the Seahawks.
For the last couple years. They're middle of the road now. They're not, you know, like giving up top 10 every single week like they used to. That's really just, they're like middle of the road as of right now.
Yeah, they're about to smack up the Cardinals too in a bounce back spot.
Marty said Pat McAfee thinks Sean Payton should bring in Rex Ryan for defensive coordinator. You know who they should have brought in?
Vic Fangio.
Yep.
Because that was the initial. And first of all, Vic Fangio was like his buddy in real life. And then like, you know, how disrespected could you feel? Like we get there, he gets all the money. And it's like, hey, I was supposed to go with you. Like, yeah. You got the job. Just, you know, I mean, figure out your money situation. And they didn't want to give him the money he wanted. So he went to Miami.
Yeah.
You know I mean, and then the Rex Ryan thing, it was like, I think it was like egos. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, okay, I don't want to bring in this guy who might like overshadow me. You know what I mean? And this could be his ticket back in. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what your ticket back in the NFL is like coaching for a shitty team. Because that's probably the only opportunity you can get, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a great opportunity. The Broncos, you know, historic organization. He's like, I'm not going to bring in Rex Ryan. Probably should have, though, because purely as a D coordinator and not the head coach, Rex Ryan's a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah. And Jack, I'm just gonna say no. Don't do the running back wide receiver for running back wide receiver trade. And Crispy said so it's acceptable to give someone a retired player in the Debo league. He said it's not really a starter. Well, I mean, I gave you Michael Gallup. He wasn't a starter on my team, but anyone who's like sitting players or like anything or playing that part of the Debo game, like you can't get mad when the other side of it plays.
Yeah, but you can't. It has to be a player on the team. You can't pick up LaDainian Tomlinson
no, but he said someone traded him Gronk, so someone picked up.
Oh, you can't do that.
I mean, you have to look and see if they were a starter. If they played Gronk, then that they could technically do that. But if they didn't,
because I asked you if we can do that, like say you're going into a Monday night and you got you got a player on a Monday, but you got your win in hand.
Yeah,
I was like, I can pick up any.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know how, I don't know about picking up like Gronk and like throwing.
Because when I asked you, I can just pick up because then, you can only pick up players from that game, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically. But it's like, but you could pick up anyone who's like on a bye week.
If someone just like if the other team was
someone's on a bye week, you can do that. You could pick up
like
some fucking third stringer.
Like if someone was sitting their whole team and I knew it, or like sitting half their team or whatever the hell they were doing, you could strategically play someone like Gronk who's going to get 0, and that's just the person you trade away. And like I think it's also the people's fault for showing their hand and like just sitting all the players, like right away, because you don't have to do that. You could leave everybody in and then take them out Sunday, make the person set an actual lineup, because I even forgot Candlestick played half of his he was put in all of his scrubs, and I just knew that I was going to win, and I didn't consciously make the move to like leave someone out or like whatever.
Yeah.
So, I could just
so you had this
on Monday.
You didn't take anything.
Yeah, and so now I don't want to take anything because I don't want to trade away anybody that I started. But it would have been like Roshan. Like that's like the only person I would have taken from him. But like even then, like that wouldn't have even been a starter. That just would have been someone on my bench.
Yeah.
All right, and let me see. MGJM 5 PPR 2 and 4. JJ Pearson Osborne for Pollard. Hell no.
No. It's like, hey, here's the Band-Aid for JJ, and here's Pierce. Give me Pollard. I don't want that.
And
I'm not selling him correctly, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And let me see 1 second. All right. Well, there you have it for the RBs. I understand, MJ, that you get Pollard. No, I do not want to trade away JJ, Pearson, Osborne for Pollard. No. I mean, if you're just done for the season, like go ahead and trade off JJ and like get like a couple players for him. You trading 3 players for JJ and putting Pollard in the mix is not smart. I mean, putting JJ in the mix and only getting Pollard is not
even
smart.
if you're in the mix. Like, I think you could get KJ, give KJ and Pearson, try to get Pollard, try to do that.
Pedro, we already did the injury segment. We have no new news on CMC. We have 0 new news on
That's an oblique.
Yep.
Now watch the crazy assholes like the counselor. I told you, apologize.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's crazy is like anybody gets hurt. Like if you play, like if you take the counselor's advice, you wouldn't even have a first round draft pick. Like you just skip the first round and like, just start your draft in the second round. Because according to him, everyone's getting hurt who's being drafted in the first round. So you can't draft anybody who's like being drafted top 12. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. All right. Well, there you have it for the running backs. And these running backs better get their shit together. We will back the truck up on you. We're not afraid. Okay. You guys need to learn. You're going to learn today. And if it's your first time here, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications, and go follow the audio version of the podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler. And everyone here watching live with us, stay here. We're going through all the positions. We're getting into wide receivers. Here we go.
Let's go.
What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you.
What's happening? Bogey in the building.
We're breaking down some wide receivers. If it is your first time in the building, smash that subscribe button. And Giants fan, what up? Said, hey, guys, just popped in to hit the like button. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right, let's jump in to these wide receivers. And this does not include the Monday night game. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown leading the charge. Remember how many people asked us, should they start Amon-Ra St. Brown? Like, come on, you always start Amon-Ra. Okay.
Don't ask us those questions.
12 for 15, 124, and a tug. Whew, killing it. You know who's killing it, though, just week after week is Adam Thielen, number 2 wide receiver on the day. 11 receptions, 13 targets, 115 yards, and a touchdown. Look at this for Thielen. Let's just leave week 1 with Atlanta out of the way because they got some tough corners over there. New Orleans, 20 points. Seattle, 31 points. Minnesota, 15 points. Detroit, 27. Miami, 28. Take a rest, bro. We're going to need you for the rest of the season. They got a bye week this week. Adam Thielen might be the best waiver wire pickup of the league right now, of like anybody's league right now.
Yeah, skill position.
Him and Puka. I know that Puka's off real hot. But now that we have 6 weeks of data and we've got a couple Puka off.
And when you look at all those matchups, they're hiding them in the slot. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? Because all those had great outside cut, you know what I mean? Except for Minnesota, everybody eats on them. And it was a revenge game.
Yeah. And that was his weak game out of all those.
Yeah, he had respect for him.
Tyreek the Freak doing his thing. 6 for 10, 163 yards and a tug. Cooper Kupp is back. 7 for 9, 148 and a tug. Man, just killing it. I mean, those were the studs of the week right there, were those top 4. Here would be some honorable mentions, though. The rest of the guys who got above 20 points. Drake London, 9 for 12, 125, no touchdown. 22 points, though. A.J. Brown doing his thing on the Jets with no Sauce, no DJ Reed. 7 for 9, 131. No touch. Diggs, 10 for 16, 16 targets, 100 yards on the dot. So if you guys play in leagues where it's 100 yards or more, got you the bonus. And then Pittman, 9 for 14, 109. Those are all the guys who were, Pittman's 19.9, but pretty much 20 points. Let's see the honorable mentions. Bourne, Shaheed, Waddle, DJ Moore, Flowers, Jacoby, Garrett Wilson, Nico, Boyd, Chris Olave. All these
Curtis
guys.
Samuel?
He's a little bit lower.
Okay.
I was just going with the guys who were 15 points.
Oh, okay.
So Samuel would, he'd fall short of that. Chase, Kirk, Lockett, Sutton. They all got 15 or more. Derek, Jets.
I love it. He was a Browns fan and a Jets fan, bro. And listen, if the Cowboys win, we're gonna get some great comments this week.
And where's Antonio?
Good mood.
Now where's Antonio? A little bit fewer and farther between seeing him around. I wonder what's going on. Maybe it's his Jets. And all right. Here's the part that we hate. And you know what? It doesn't matter if it's due to injury or not, because it still hurts. And Debo, we hope you're not out for the long term. You were a decoy last week, and you really hurt us. And then this week you go out.
Back the truck on him. Normally he's driving the truck.
Come on, Debo. You can't be riding in the garbage truck. We need you back on that beach cruiser, bro. Come on. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Gabe Davis. Come on. Absolutely shitting the bed.
There was one where he had a step on dude. He was wide open, and then he just trips over his own shit. Trips over his own legs.
DeAndre Hopkins. 1 for 25 targets. Come on, man. We don't need you putting up Juju Smith-Schuster stat line over here. Come on. It's really bad when Devontae Parker scores more points than you. That's for sure. T. Higgins should have just not even played. My bad for anybody that I recommended.
Decoy Higgins.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I died with everybody.
Let's see. Devontae Adams. 2 for 29. 5 targets. That's it.
That's so crazy, bro. Like, I don't understand that. Like, at least now Jimmy's dead for now. So, because Jimmy is very limited to between the numbers, between the hashes. You know what I'm saying? He's not throwing outside the numbers like that. And that hurt. And you know what I mean? When you're not moving, Aaron Rodgers was breaking down. He was like, oh, they weren't targeting him outside because, he was, he wasn't getting any man coverage. So, like, anytime he had man, they'd take a shot at him. He's like, but then they moved him in the slot. And then, one drive, he gets 3 targets out of his 5. And that was last week. You know what I mean? Then yesterday, it's like the same shit. And maybe you have an excuse because he's nursing a shoulder or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jerry Jeudy.
Run him over with the truck. Run him over after.
Tim said these quarterbacks aren't utilizing them correctly. That is for sure. All these guys we're talking about on this list, like really,
it's a blanket statement. It's coaching, man.
If
the coach calls the play, it's on the quarterback to execute it. And it's like if you're not calling the play to that motherfucker, like you're not, you know what I mean, or taking a shot on him, it's a combination of the two. You know what I mean? It's not just the quarterback.
Okay, but like Hopkins, though, for example,
That's
Hopkins got some hands ever. I mean, like
pepper him.
If
Tannehill went out end of the early third,
second or third. I can't remember where it was.
And before that, they couldn't even get nothing going. It was crazy. And they couldn't sustain any drives. Like the Ravens, they would get on that thing and march right down to the red zone. You know what I mean? It was, and they eat all the clock up. It was weird. Because the script was there for them to just throw it a lot, but they're like, no, we're gonna run with Derrick Henry.
Yep. And Ridley, come on, Ridley is he's on this list way too often. Come on.
I mean, is that like No Zay Jones. Look at the games with when Zay Jones is there. That's when like Ridley does things. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? No matter what this, this is one thing I was wrong in the offseason because I was writing off Christian Kirk, but he's the double-digit PPR guy. You know what I mean?
JPZ said, yo, Steve Smith cooked Jerry Jeudy pregame, man. Yeah, we've had a lot of these old vets coming out and just talking mad shit about the players. And maybe they need to choose their words a little bit wiser. But I like it, like, fuck it. Like, we don't need, like, people going out there kissing everybody's ass. Like, if they're doing bad, we need to call them out on their shit.
Here's the thing. If it doesn't jeopardize their job, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So if they're not getting fired, we live in a day and age where you say something that can get you canceled, right? Like, there's ways, you know what I mean? Like, okay, when is criticizing a player going to become a thing? Like, oh my God, Richard Sherman's never having a job. Skip Bayless will never have a fucking job. You know what I mean? Oh, you know why they'll never lose their job? Because they bring in ratings. They bring in endorsements and sponsors. And, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. But the further and further we get into an estrogen-charged society, these motherfuckers are going to be sensitive as a bitch anyway. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term.
Come on, Puka. Better be the last time that you were on this list. You don't get
trade for Puka.
This is like, buy the dip right now.
Right now.
And who do they have next week? They got Pitt. That's a good matchup.
Yep. Outside receivers eat on them.
Let's see. Marquise Brown. Hold on. We got a custom one for him. All bad. Josh Reynolds. We expect better. Jameson got a little bit more work there. KJ Osborne. Only 5 targets on the day. Expected him to get more. Mike Evans. 4 receptions. 10 targets.
See, that's what pisses me off.
That's because, more like Baker for sure.
Because you can't get mad at like, oh well, maybe he was off the hamstring or something. Like, no, he got a full complement of targets, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, but we don't. I mean, I wasn't watching that game closely enough. Like, did Mike Evans drop multiple? Probably more uncatchable targets than anything.
Yeah, I mean, it was just bad. Baker was pressured like on every. I mean, yeah, it was crazy.
This one was bad. Devonta Smith. And it was more on Jalen Hurts than him. Hello, uncatchable balls out there.
Because they targeted him a good bit. Yeah.
5 receptions on 11 targets, only 44 yards. It's horrible. That's terrible. Yeah. That is terrible.
By Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I mean they better figure it out.
Might not be that much.
Better figure out a way. No, I mean, because everybody is hella pissed at Devontae
tired of it
right now. He's had one good game the entire season. That's been it. And no, actually I lie. If we consider, I mean, Washington 7 for 78, he's still like 15 points, but yeah, I guess really just after the first 2 weeks of the year, 17 points week 1, touchdown, 25 points week 2, touchdown. And there's been like no games like that. So that's just what sucks so far for Smith. He's getting left out on the party. All right. There you have it. There is your wide receiver studs and duds. If it's your first time here watching this on Replay, smash that subscribe button. If you are here watching live with us on this Monday morning, stay with us because we're going to be breaking down more positions right now. We're going to be jumping in to the tight end, and we're just going to give it a little poke because, there's not a lot of good tight ends like out there to talk about, especially in this week. But let's jump over there. Let's give tight ends a poke. Here we go.
Coming in dirty. Pause.
What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
Hey, I work dirty.
And we are here breaking down the tight ends. We're gonna open this up, nicely with Kelsey here.
Open up the dirty tight ends. Oh, the clean tight ends.
Kelsey's clean.
Studly tight end.
He's very clean. 21 points. Now, for everybody who was asking, should I do this trade? Should I do this trade? And should I trade Kelsey away? Should I trade Kelsey away for this? This is why you don't trade Kelsey away, okay? It's for games like this where he throws up 21 points. There's a couple guys in the realm, of him, but no. I mean, he's scoring 25 points higher, or 25% higher than like the number 2 tight end out there. Biggest positional advantage. There's a lot of random tight ends up in the top 12 this week. Kelsey 21, 9 for 124. Didn't even score a touchdown. Didn't even matter. Kyle Pitts. Then you get down to everybody else. Kyle Pitts, 16 points. 4 for 43. Had the tug, though. Dalton Schultz, 4 for 61. Had the tug. Top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Jonnu Smith, 4 for 36. Had the tug. Top 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, literally, you just have to have that touchdown. And
I didn't even know Jonnu scored a touchdown. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. He got it. And Hawkinson, he had a good floor. I mean, it was 6 receptions for 50 yards. Mayer, 5 for 75. I mean, that's kind of out of nowhere. Taysom Hill, what? 7 receptions? Like, what? This never happens.
It's basically them peppering a running back in that case, because that's probably when he was out of the backfield, or you know what I mean? Maybe even running routes. I don't know. I want to watch that now. I'm you know what? I'm gonna holler at Spencer after this show. See what the fuck would happen there.
And like, I mean, I guess this week maybe it's not so horrible for tight ends because a lot scored like 10 to 13 points.
Yeah.
Because you had Granson, he was another one. 3
Ingram.
for 67. Ingram, 7 for 41. Andrews, 4 for 69.
69, dudes.
Ben Strange, 2 for 27, but had the tug. I mean, even McBride was 4 for 62. But look at that. Darren Waller couldn't even crack the 10. Laporta couldn't crack the 10. Ertz couldn't crack 10. Yeah, it's ugly for a few tight ends, but I don't know. This has to give a little bit of hope for like you streaming tight end guys who don't have Kelsey.
I mean, like, am I crazy? I'd still start Zach Ertz, and someone's gonna be like, "Yeah, I drop Zach Ertz for Trey McBride?" Like there's this, but it's ugly. And if you get hit, I mean, at least we have options here to pick and choose from on streaming on a week-to-week basis. Because look, if you don't have those top 5 guys, or even like Jonnu, who's just kind of like a thing now the last almost month, you know what I mean? 3 weeks in a row, that puts him on fire for a tight end.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Jonnu, I guess last week he kind of broke the streak.
Okay, he's not on fire. Goddamn it!
With 9
back up,
he was almost there though. Yeah, he was really close. Tampa Bay and Tennessee over the next 2 weeks for Jonnu, and they're both on the road. So I don't know. The one thing he's got going for him is nobody ever pays attention to him. They're paying attention to London. They're paying attention to Pitts. Not paying attention to Jonnu. Either way.
CMC scored a touchdown, correct?
Yeah.
I wonder where, because I think he's getting closer to like that streak record where however many games straight with a touchdown.
Yeah.
I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's Jerry Rice.
And Dennis said, my mama always said tight ends outside of Kelsey are the devil.
I like Hawkinson. Even Andrews is starting to come through now. He has like 3 out of 5 good weeks, 3 out of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going into week 7. We're smacking.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, there you have it for the tight ends. Again, if this is your first time here, smash that subscribe button. Go subscribe to the audio version of the podcast and turn on the notifications because we are going live every morning. We are going live all around the clock for all the games. So you want to be here, but you got to hit those notifications. And if you want to get an extra notification, you can go join the crew at 420crew.org. Come join up with us. Get in the community. Multiple private chats over there, start and sit threads. And
there's an actual tier where I will blow your phone up until you're like, listen, Brett, we're going on right now.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Boom. That's if that ain't a notification, bro, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I will blow your shit up. Hey, bro, we're about to go live right now.
All right. There you have it. For all the offensive spots, we're going to jump in to the team defense, and then we're going to get into IDP. Here we go. Let's jump over to Team D.
Boo.
What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What up? Bill Bogard check in this thing.
And we're breaking down the team defenses for you crazy fools that play in team defense leagues. All right. There was some ugly defenses, but there was some really solid defenses. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not, peeps. Man, Chicago. They're giving up the booty again to the Team D. Man, Vikings with 23 points. I mean, Fields was so on fire that like nobody was even thinking about picking up the Vikings.
Left the game really early though too, and then enter Baggett.
Yep.
Yeah, that was his name.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
What happened to Nick Peterman?
Kansas City up there, Jacksonville up there for this week. And don't forget, these are just like the defaults on Sleeper. I don't go in and change any of these. And if you play in some weird ass scoring
where they put up like 80,
make sure you tell us if you're asking start and sit questions. Don't be a fool who has like some crazy custom scoring, but like not mention it.
CP3. I'm not talking about the real one. I was saying CP3.
Bengals, the Jets, the Bears, the Rams, Baltimore,
the Jets was gangster, bruh.
Lions, Texans, Washington. Those are all the teams that were above 10 points. And who'd you just say right now?
The Jets were gangster.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Double-digit points couple weeks in a row, and then you got the Giants after the bye.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, and that's all we got to say about that. Team defense, we're not going to spend too much time. I mean, let's see. Who are some of the duds of the week?
Just all the rest of them.
Yeah, the Colts, the Patriots, the Panthers, the Cardinals, Tampa Bay, Tennessee.
All of them.
I mean, all the bottom teams that nobody was probably playing.
The Lions were okay.
Anyways. Oh, yeah, Lions. They were one of the teams that got above 10 points.
Yep. Oh, okay. I missed that one.
Yeah. Washington scraped that. Texans scraped 10 points. Baltimore scraped 10 points. Yeah, there we go. And Tino said one of the best defensive years so far. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I think the touchdowns are low at this point in the year as opposed to years prior.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the time we're spending on Team D. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you come back tomorrow for the
Stop playing in team defense leagues.
Come back tomorrow for the waiver wire video for team defense teams that you can pick up and start for week 7. And make sure you go check out the IDP videos as well, because those are the real defense videos that we're about to get down to right now. And here we go. What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you.
What's happening? Bill Bogard to check in this thing.
Yeah, and we got another IDP video for you IDP freaks. We're breaking down the defensive linemen right now, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of studs here. We are on Sleeper, so you may see some linebackers who you're able to put into the DL on Sleeper that you're not on Yahoo and on ESPN, but just keep up with us. Just keep up. Start off with Danielle Hunter. Man, 34 points. He had an off week. When did he have an off week? Last week or the week before? Let's see. Now, it's 2 weeks ago that he's had an off week with under 10 points. But other than that, man, he's been killing it. Like 20-plus points in 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 weeks so far. He's put up over 20 points. That's wild. Hassan Reddick, is he finally back? 2.5 sacks, 5 total tackles, 31 points. He was handling biz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not sure who this guy is. Justin Madabuki. I know we talked about him before. But yeah, never really on the radar as far as like guys you need to go pick up. He's only put up less than double-digit points one time. Been pretty solid for the Ravens. He's the D lineman. on the Ravens.
Mad Bookie.
Christian Wilkins. I mean, he goes in spurts, not really startable on a week-to-week basis, but Carolina was a great matchup, and he got 2 sacks.
Let's go.
Sam Hubbard killed it. Got 7 tackles and a sack. Jadeveon Clowney, 2 sacks. I mean, Tennessee, you just have to play pass rushers versus Tennessee. Let me see. Who's this? Sheldon Rankins, first game with 20 points or 20 plus points. Harold Landry, how's he been doing? Yeah, really nothing.
This is his first game back. I think he's just barely getting right from that ACL a year ago.
Yeah, because he's played every single game. And like looking at the number of snaps, like he's playing. There's only one game where he played less than 40 snaps.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's like 50 something, maybe like 60s.
That was earlier.
What?
Was that earlier in the year?
No, just this entire year. Like he's played most of the time. It looks like he's between 42 and 57 snaps. That's not snap percentage. That's total snaps.
Total snaps. Yep.
Yeah. And I'd say like in the beginning, 57 and 54, it probably has to be really close to 100% of snaps. Let's see. Who is this? Casey Toohill. I did see him get a sack, and I guess he got 2 sacks yesterday. Literally done nothing before this. He only played 18 total snaps, but 2 sacks on those 18 snaps, so killed it.
Nice.
Trey Hendrickson got the big sack, 20 plus points. Josh Allen, 20 plus points. Granderson again with another 20 plus 20 points, but yeah, killing it.
Yep. Keep looking out for him.
Hold on one sec.
The Granderson. Trying to think who else kind of balled this week that I had. I think Joshua did I.
All right, there we go. My bad. Okay. And let's see. Byron Young. Someone not one of their rookies, though. 20 plus points. Nick Bosa, 19. Bradley Chubb was in there with 19. What Williams is this? Jonah Williams. No idea who that is. But for the Rams, 20 points. Definitely an outlier. Jonathan Cooper, not an outlier. It's like every other game he like does really good. And like really good is like 20 plus points. Here's his games. Vegas, 5. Washington, 29. Miami, 9. Chicago, 26. Jets, 7. KC, 19.
He's got a nice little pattern going.
Yeah, I mean, so this is going to be the week.
Start him this week.
This is the week against Green Bay. Don't start them. But then they play KC.
I mean, but man, dude, you could rush the passer like whoa in Green Bay.
Yeah, and then they play KC the week after that. So maybe he is just start him for these next 2 weeks. He's been real good picking up off the waiver. Randy Gregory. I didn't even realize he got a sack. 19 points. He only played 26 snaps. So wasn't even, like he had an insane like workload, but made do.
Great pickup for my Niners.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
He told us all we needed to know about the Cowboys defense.
Oh, man.
Like, what did y'all get out of Lance? We said, Gregory, come over here. He said, tell us everything you need to know that you know about the defense. Okay, I'll need like 30 minutes. We was done in 20. All right, we're shredding them up with Kittle.
Well, there you have it for the IDP studs and duds. Really, it's about, just going through who are some of the top scorers of the week, putting some names on the radar who we may not know who the heck they are. That's the real important part about all of this is doing that, getting familiar with some of these names. And yeah, there you have it. All right. Sending some money. They're going on a Chick-fil-A run right now.
Nice.
All right. So there you have it for the DLs, and we're gonna jump in.
Electrically yaking.
Yeah. It's breakfast though. I don't know.
Get the spicy. It's not on the menu, but they have a spicy chicken burrito. Spicy chicken breakfast burrito. It's pretty fire.
I like it.
Yeah, and then they ask for the salsa. They have like a creamy salsa. I don't know if you're a fan of stuff like that. And they have like a regular salsa, it's fire.
Nice. All right, let's jump over to the LBs. If it's your first time here watching on replay, hit that subscribe, turn on notifications. Everybody else, hang out with us. We're going through a couple more positions. Here we go. What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What's happening? Bogard Scott free.
Another IDP video for you IDP freaks. We're talking LBs. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. All right. Getting over to the LBs. And we got to start off with Blake Cashman. Man, he has been cashing in as of late.
Great cash, homie.
3 out of the last 4 games, 19 plus points, 35 points this past week. Sucks that he's going on bye, but according to our man Peacock and the H-Town Huddle, which comes right here on the network every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. West Coast time, he said that Perryman was a coach's decision to not start. And I know he has that broken hand in that big-ass club, but I'm going to take it as a sign that they like our man Henry H2O and Blake Cashman on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Levante David doing his thing with 12 total tackles out there, 35 points. We talked about Danielle Hunter in the D-line video, but anyone who doesn't play on Sleeper and you just have Danielle Hunter as a linebacker, still killed it for you, even in your linebacker spot.
Mm-hmm.
Another Minnesota guy, Jordan Hicks, killing the game with his 10 total tackles. He had the INT. He had the fumble recovery and a big old TD as well. Foy Olakun, he had over 10 solo tackles, had 15 total tackles, 33 points on the day, killing it. Bobby Okereke, Bobby O'Carrot Cake, 11 total tackles and 1 forced fumble, 32 points. Man, he's been handling biz the entire season. His lowest game was week 1. Never had below 15 points ever since week 2. Only been going up and up in each of the last 3 games. Each of the last 3 games, over 23 points, 32 points yesterday, killing the game. Logan Wilson doing his thing, 31 points, 11 total tackles. Quincy Williams always doing his thing. If you have Quincy, you just play him. He doesn't have below 17 points this entire season. And
love you, Quincy.
Yeah, even as of like just the last 3 weeks, 34, 34, 29, like Mr. Consistency.
Love you, Quincy.
Jamin Davis, 27 points. Terrell Bernard, 27 points.
Love you, Terrell.
Demario Davis, 26 points.
Don't quit, huh?
Patrick Queen, 25 points.
He's a killer.
Just awesome, man. Just awesome. Joker's up there. Anal Zone.
Hey, remember what I said?
What?
I said this is the JOK game finally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the Jeremiah Wolfsu game, bro. How you say his name?
Yeah, he better continue. He got Indy and Seattle.
Teams that want to run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Clowney up in the mix. Mosley in the mix. McFadden in the mix. Tavai in the mix. Had that INT, 23 points. TJ Edwards doing his thing like normal. Kaiser White, on schedule. Devin Lloyd just doing what he does.
Welcome back.
22 points. Cody Barton killing it. 21 points. There you go. We had a lot of solid guys here. Fred Warner almost cracked his 20 with that INT. Let's see. Ooh, Dorian Williams had a big game from him.
Yeah, it wasn't Tyler Dodson at all.
Yeah, he had 60. He played 65 snaps. That was probably very close to 100% over there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, pretty solid. Samson. All right, Samson and Bucam came back with another double-digit game.
Oh yeah, he's the outside linebacker. That's right. I was like, why is he in there?
Yeah, DL is where we would play him.
Oh, we're still in deals?
No. I'm just saying DL is where we would play him if he was
Yeah.
on. If we're on sleeper.
I'm really high.
Yeah.
He actually had good reservation in on Yahoo too.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. There is the LBs. Man, we had a lot of guys shouting out this week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're catching this for the first time on replay, and go check out the DL video. Go check out the DB video. They're all in the video section. Just go to the homepage of the YouTube, click videos, and they're all there. You can just see them all right there. And I need everyone in the 420 crew to go do that as well. We need the 420 crew to go hit the like button on all the uploaded videos, make a comment on all the uploaded videos. That's how other people find these videos. It all starts with the 420 crew. All right. Let's get over to DBs. Let's go. All right. What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What's happening? Bogard Scott free in this thing.
All right. Another IDP video for your IDP freaks. Smash the subscribe button if it's your first time here. Go check out the DL and the LB video. We're getting guys' names on your radar here, so we're really only talking about the studs when it comes to the DBs. Man, Kendall Fuller. He's had like 2 blow-up games, like kind of been a little random. His blow-up game versus Buffalo, and then his blow-up game versus Atlanta.
A lot in this. He's a nickel predominantly, so
okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Both the games that he did that, it was an interception, but you just look specifically at Buffalo and Atlanta, and he had a lot of tackles in those games compared to the other ones as well. So it wasn't just the interception. Maybe Buffalo and Atlanta, maybe there's run a little bit more 3 wide receiver sets than some of these other teams.
Yep.
Because we got the games he didn't do good: Arizona, Denver, Eagles, Chicago.
Yep. A lot of 12 personnel teams right there.
Cam Taylor-Britt, man, he has been killing it. Back-to-back 20-point outings, and he's only had 1 game below 10 points, and that was week 1 with 8 points. And he had a TD win week 5, and then he had another interception in this week, week 6. They go on bye, so either way. But, yeah, if he's available, like, through the bye week still, and you need to pick someone up to start, like, he's been really solid for redraft.
Kid's good.
Hell yeah. Cam Curl, man, he just keeps balling. I know he had a little bit of an off week last week with 11, but yeah, 11 total tackles, doing his thing. Justin Reed, man, back-to-back 20-point outings for him, INT this week. And a sack, forced fumble last week, so he's out there making plays.
Yeah.
Teron Johnson. Oh, man. So he played 73 snaps, so it's got to be 100% of the work over there. Has had some double-digit games, but not really too much.
He used to get picked on when he was in Buffalo.
Oh, he's still in Buffalo.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought he's not in Buffalo anymore. Yeah, he gets picked on, so he's gonna get a lot of tackles. You know what I mean? People are gonna target him. They don't stay away from him.
Yeah, now with Tre'Davious White going out, because I think he was he the nickel?
They had him.
No. Okay, so he's been the number 2 cornerback this entire year for them, is what it looks like. And maybe not.
Well, I mean, because they had the Elam kid a lot,
but Elam only has played the last 2 weeks, so it's like he was like filling in for someone, but it's like Christian Benford, I guess he's the other guy. No, so Teron Johnson
Teron still gets picked on when he's out there.
Yeah, so Teron's the nickel. Is what it is.
Oh, there you go. That makes sense.
Because Elam and Benford both played 100% of snaps.
Yeah, so when they go their nickel package, he's out there. But shit.
He was out there 95% of the time this past week. So yeah, he never came off the field. But just a name to get on the radar there. And let's see, who is this? Josh Medalis. Never heard of this guy from the Vikings, DB. I wonder if he's a corner.
Medalist.
Yeah, I wonder if he's a corner or
safety.
He's a safety.
So he's opposite of Bynum.
Interesting. No, they're running a 3 safety set a lot.
Yeah, I mean it's Brian Flores, so that makes sense. I mean that's what Belichick and them do.
Yeah, and I mean
they gotta play nickel probably.
Maybe. Well, Harrison Smith. I mean, rushing the.
Oh yeah.
But
got him on the line a lot.
Yeah, I mean, here's his games for the year: 13, 15, 9, 14, 13, 27. And that's pretty solid right there. That's someone who needs to be on the radar. Maybe he's not a starter. Yeah, maybe he's not a starter in if you only start 2 DBs or whatever, but got to be on the radar. Mm-hmm. And probably not rostered a lot in Dynasty either.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Martin Emerson, okay, for the Browns. A couple double-digit games in his past week, 24 points versus the Niners. Let's see here. Where the hell are they? All right, let's see.
We're getting some. Oh, there's only 2 bye weeks again, huh? This week, or the 2 bye week teams.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Emerson is a cornerback who plays about 75% of the time. They have a weird rotation over there because none of their cornerbacks play 100%.
Keep them fresh.
Maybe. Denzel Ward, he plays the most, and he's getting just like 90% of the snaps.
Man, Charvarius Ward was getting dogged.
Yeah, he was. All right. Who else we got here? Who the heck is this? Julius Brents. Only had double-digit games so far, but this is the first one over 24. So now it's those over 20 games, those over 20-point games that puts people on the radar a lot. And he is cornerback. They're number 2 is what it looks like. And it looks like who is that? Dallas Flowers, who used to be their number 2, didn't play the last 2 weeks. So he's bumped up.
Yep, he's producing.
Going against Cleveland, so I don't know, what that would have been next week. Benjamin St. Just. Man, a lot of double-digit games, 23 points this past week.
St. Just, was he on Washington last year?
He's still on Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tony Adams having a game for the Jets. Jaquan McMillan, kind of out of nowhere here. He jumped up from 30 and 40 snaps to over 50 snaps this past week, and a lot of tackles, had 23 points.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Byron Murphy having a good game. He had the INT. CJ Henderson, he's been solid the last couple weeks. 9 total tackles this past week, got over 20 points.
He's racking up them tackles.
Dax Hill, just doing his thing, just 20 plus points every week, except for the week against Arizona.
Fucking A.
And Jabril Peppers, man, I mean, he's literally it's like week 1, 15 points, week 2, 9 points, then 15, then 2, and then 20.
He has that dual eligibility too in sleeper.
Yep. So that's why you should really only be wanting to play him at the DB.
Yeah.
And what else we got here? Yeah, I think that might be it. Cisco. Our man Cisco. Let me hit that ball. Only had 1 game below double digits. He's pretty much a must start at this point for a lot of leagues. I like it. Bynum, just continuing to do Bynum things.
Yep. Shout out to Cam Bynum.
Lenore got an INT. He's had some off weeks, so he needed that. Darius Williams, man, 3 INTs each game, like 3 games in a row with an INT. Fucking awesome, man.
Put some respect on his name.
Oh yeah. And Witherspoon. Witherspoon handling biz 17 points. I mean, it's nothing like the 47 point outing, but still nice either way. All right. All right. Oh, Brisker, 16 points. There we go. I knew there was someone who we needed to still shout out. Finally, Brisker.
What about Pitcher? What Pitcher do?
I don't think Pitcher had a good game. Oh, there we go. I just saw him. He
12 or something.
I just saw him. Yep, 12.
Yeah, I remember. I think I saw it actually.
6 solos. That's not bad, but you know, we need some extra stuff from him as well.
Yes, sir.
And Peacock. Yeah, Texans draft pick Justin Reed. It's crazy because you guys were just able to let him go because you had guys like Pitry on the come up, creeping on the come up.
Yep. Dropped a bunch of Reeds in dynasties too weeks ago.
I like a Peacock. He said he's on a video liking mission. Yeah, I would say everybody, you guys wait like within an hour of this show. There's going to be like multiple uploads that start hitting YouTube. They're going to be on the podcast version as well. But that's why we don't do FNT anymore. At 1 o'clock, we just mix it in to this show because, man,
on Mondays. Yep.
A lot of editing goes in, a lot of chopping up. All right, let's see. And what up, Joe? Yeah, we're gonna smoke another one before we get out of here. And yeah, because we got one more section here.
I'm not doing that one. I'm gonna go warm something up in the microwave real quick. I'll be back.
And Elias said, if I win this week if Eckler doesn't get 26 points, but for him that's doable. So hope he's on a snap count. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be on a snap count, but 26 points, that's still a lot either way. So I would
funny because I kind of need him to put up like 50. So
yeah, I mean the places I have him, I mean, I was hoping for 60. So
why not? Give me a real Monday Night Miracle, not those weak ass. I need him to not score 18 points. And there be people like that, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm playing against Josh Allen and you think he'll score more than 12? Yep.
And you know what? We're gonna wrap this up for the DB video, but we'll do a little Q&A before we get into the last session, so we can smoke a couple bowls before we get out of here. But everybody who's watching this one on replay, because you were looking for the IDP videos, smash that subscribe button because there's very few content creators bringing you IDP info. And the studs and duds on Monday is really just about giving people their flowers, getting names on the radar, and then we'll be talking waiver wire pickups tomorrow, like we always do. Waiver wire Tuesday. There we go. And there we go. Let's jump over. We're gonna have some fun right now, so keep hanging out with us.
We're really doing it. I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go warm some up.
And Dennis said before we go, how do we do on all our bets? Did we get any back in the bank? Sunday night killed us. Sunday night football killed us because we were pretty much even. And seeing, I think what it is, I don't know about doing any single games anymore. Like I like doing it where we could just do the 2-man parlays on a bunch. So no, we're down as far as yesterday goes. Let me see. We're pretty much down 10 is what it is. That's pretty much what it is. We're down 10. Let me see. How many bets did we get in yesterday? Yeah, it was, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me see. It was 8 on Monday. On Monday, the money that we won, it pretty much paid for the Sunday afternoon ones, and then we didn't do too good on there. Puka and Puka and what's it called? Puka and Nuka. They really, Cooper and Nuka. They screwed us, man. Like we missed multiple bets because of those guys. They're both a part of different bets, and they both went one reception under. It was like Cup was 7.5, and he hit 7. Puka was 5.5, and I believe he hit 5. Or it might have been 4 or 5, but either way, yeah, we just missed it on the afternoon ones, and Sunday night was a complete bust. Like that game going the way that it did just screwed everything up, because like Gabe Davis didn't do anything, James Cook didn't do anything, the Bills didn't do anything. Like, man, all we needed them to have like 7 points in the first quarter. We needed them to score a touchdown in the first quarter, and we would have won a couple bucks. Yeah, that's what it was, Elias. Yeah, we needed Puka to have 6. He had 4. So we barely missed it there. And I thought on the Cardinals they would have just been throwing a lot. And yeah, I mean, they were. It was just like I don't know. Yeah, it just sucked. We just barely missed it. But yeah, so we're down 10 from last week. But this was the most props that we'd ever done in one day. And had I not done Sunday night, and we won't do Sunday night anymore. Screw the single games. It was more fun doing the parlays. It was more fun doing the parlays, and I'm gonna stick to that. The what's it called? I'm gonna stick to just the 2-head parlays, because those were fun, and we hit 2 out of 4 in the first set, and had DJ Moore gotten like 9 more yards, we would have hit 3 out of the 4. And like the more that we do this, I'm just noticing the ways that we should do things, because some of these guys, it's real easy to get the yards, a lot easier to get the yards than the amount of receptions. Because I almost went with the Cooper Cup. I don't think it would have made a difference anyways, but with the Cooper Cup with the 90, his over under was at 90 yards, and the receptions was at 7.5. Fell short by a half. That was it. But he smashed those yards, though. And what did Elias say? I'm putting one prop from each morning game. Yeah, it's fun doing that. And even just going and looking and trying to find the ones that you can match up together. Peacock said, need to buy some lottery tickets and get rich. If I ever hit the jackpot, everyone in the chat gets 10,000. He's going to be like Oprah, except it's going to be with straight cash, homie. I like it. Tina said, if I ever win the lotto, everyone in the chat is welcome to my Dallas Cowboys press box. I'd be there. I'm assuming if Tino's rich that we'll be able to like broadcast, from Jerry World. We'll just do the podcast there every week. But we'll have the suite set up with all the games at the same time. And Derek said that Sunday night game almost ended my suicide pool at work, but the Bills pulled it off in the end. Yeah, I bet a lot of people took the Bills in suicide pools or whatever. And man, it had to be stressful for anyone watching it for that reason.
I fell asleep coming out of the half, so I didn't even know Josh Allen came back.
Yeah. Yeah, Sunday night.
I was like, man, fuck this game. I'm going to sleep.
I love streaming the Sunday night games, but man, Vanessa gets pissed when I'm streaming all day on Sunday.
He's pissed every Sunday.
Yeah, and so yeah, if I think it's going to be a shitty Sunday game, we may just, it may just get counted as some personal time instead. And Elias said couldn't pay me to show up. Yeah, right, bro. If Tino was like, hey, I'm flying everyone to Dallas, to Jerry World. We're all going to party in a suite. We could smoke.
I mean, I'm up like a 9er down.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't hear that there was rules about dress code or anything. He didn't say we got to wear cowboy gear, cheer for the Cowboys. And Peacock said I would attempt to buy the Texans for sure. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. at least become part of an organization that pushes for it, because now it's like almost impossible for like one person to like buy the team like by themselves. A lot of bees getting thrown around over there.
Yeah.
And Derek, I knew Vanessa's why he didn't come back on. He said that's how it be. Well, really, it was. I mean, the game was going to be shit, and that was just my time to say, all right, let's go do something instead of
Gotta win, B.
Sunday game.
Gotta win. You know what I mean?
Uh-oh. Tino said it. CMC, your soul is mine. Okay, but here's the only way that this trade can happen, okay? There's still a rule to this because, like, you know, this isn't a Debo league or anything like that, so the only way that we're going to be able to make this fair, because no matter what this trade is, people are going to bitch about it. Like, that's one thing that you got to remember, because nobody else is making, like, you know, like wagers like this. So here's what you guys got to do.
Bonus holes.
I need a video from each of you guys. Could be like 30 seconds, could be 45, a minute, whatever you guys want. And I want you to talk about the trade. Tino, you could celebrate about stealing CMC. And Tino, you could change your voice and you could doctor up your face, you know, if you need to hide your identity. And then Dennis, we need that 30 to 45 second video from you talking about how you wanted to make this wager and now it bit you in the ass. And you got to give up CMC. So we got to turn this into content, this crazy trade. We got to turn it into content. I'm not pushing that trade through without the video. Got to have the video. We got to show it for the recap.
Where's that saying in the bylaws?
When the bylaws, it doesn't say that you can make crazy trades like this and wagers like this either. But Tino, he said, gonna do the reveal, the reveal of the mystery face of Tino.
Yes.
Oh man. And Dennis said, I'll send it. Yeah, Dennis, there better not be I'm not gonna send it so the trade doesn't come through. No. Yeah, you better.
Dennis is he's an honest man. He made it.
No, he said he's going to. No, yeah. I'm saying like that could be a way for someone. I'm just not going to send the video. So
Tino's crazy.
Not going to happen.
Give me Dennis's number. I want to make a wager. CFC. Why? Just don't be hurt. On the distance.
Hold on.
Gotta go to distance.
Don't you go dying on me.
And Tino said, I need time to write the skit. Don't worry, bro. You got time.
Yes.
You got time.
It's a hell of a writer that Tino is.
I like it, man. Get out there and cut a promo. I want it. Like, right? That's what, I mean, because that's one thing that I want. I mean, that would, I feel, would be like one of the most interactive leagues ever, right? Like you had to like make a video before each week.
Our home league, that went for 8 years, so I stopped it this year. And apparently they continued it and even kept the name. Fuck all them. Anyways. That league,
but what do you mean? What continued? The league or something specific?
I heard like they started another league, but it's the same name. Yeah. But anyways, so like we had an Instagram for that league in the beginning, like back in like 2013 or whatever it was, 14 or whatever it was, and so like we would always everyone just talk shit there. That was Yahoo's league chat sucks.
Yeah.
So we just chatted in there, you know what I mean? But I remember when I finally won that thing, you know what I mean? And I had hella promos rocking the belt, like dope ones, too. Like just like I'm dropping off my kids at school right now.
What?
Right? And like literally hella parents walking around looking at me and shit. rocking the hardware. Just because I know I'm about to run into one of the homies. His kid goes to the same school. There he is right there. Bro, I was the champ everywhere, bro. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, then I lost. Well, I was one and done the next year in the playoffs.
There you go.
I felt like I cursed myself doing that shit. I felt like I jinxed myself for hella years, so I won it again finally.
Tino said he's all about the promos. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can give a fuck if you're wrestling shit at the end of the day.
Yeah. All about the promo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Ric Flair, he was cool. He was a good worker. Man, them promos. Yeah.
jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. Woo! Oh, man. All right. Tino, do we have to do it? Let's go look and see how many views it has, because Tino actually pushes the kicker video. Let's go look. All right. How many views did it have last week? Where is it? Tino, last week it only had 12 views. Is it even worth the 3 minutes of our time?
No.
You didn't push it last week, bro. What happened?
I refuse to do the kicker videos.
Tino, if you're not pushing the kicker videos, man, I just don't even know if I could waste it. I'd rather just smoke another bowl. Less editing work. Damn it, I already created a thumbnail for it too.
Do the damn kicker video already then.
Tino said I stopped promoting. he said you guys broke the happy contract.
There it is. So now the contract is null and void.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck the kicker video. I've already closed Sleeper. I'm not reopening it.
One day, there's going to be a rambunctious fantasy analyst coming up, and he's going to be like, look at these guys, stupid kicker videos. Stupid. I still want to do that, though, like a talk, just rip off Talk Soup.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, remember Talk Soup or like Tosh? Yeah, just talk shit about, look at this guy, Schmitty. Or like, look at this guy. You just cut little videos, but it's like, man, we should need someone to chop the videos up.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that'd be really good. I mean, did you hear about, I talk about the fantasy receipts Twitter page.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you heard about that, right? Well, it's funny because someone actually sent them a cease and desist.
Wow.
Which is, I wonder if that was bullshit, if that's fabricated or bullshit. Like, you know,
how are you going to DM someone and cease and desist? You know what I mean? If it was that serious, a corporation is going to find where you're at, where you were, your job.
Well, no, 'cause I'm pretty sure it's Jordan. I'm almost positive it's Jordan.
IDP Jordan?
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, if there's been a couple people right there trying to claim it's them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe none of them. If he's getting clapped from that, he's going to continue to let people believe it.
Yeah. See, the thing that was easy about doing that on Twitter is like you could just go through posts. You know, you follow people, you just see posts. It's easy to like save them or whatever. Just go back and find them. Not so easy when it comes to the video content, though.
I'm going to go. Baby's waking up.
Well, it's about that time anyways. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. No FNT because we already did that a little bit earlier. We'll be back for Monday Night Football. We'll see you then.
Peace.
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp. This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, 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 money.
Hold out here for a pill. Ready tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle. It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Money! Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.